Okay, and we're live.
Way, take
Hopefully,
two.
yeah,
Hopefully we see
hopefully
people.
people can hear me. Actually, I might ask one of my friends to come online and hold on.
If not, we can host this awesome series where I talk to myself.
Yeah,
Just
that would be
Cause
fine if there
Hristo's,
wasn't.
Hristo's gone schizophrenic after a year of lockdown. Just talking, laughing, angry about
Do you know what? I can't. Oh, here it is.
Just give me
Display
the link and
capture.
I'll see. Give me the link and I'll see if I get
What do you mean?
uh,
Do you have?
the
Don't you have like an Amazon Prime account?
no.
Oh, you should
I
get
do not.
one, and then you should subscribe to my channel. And
Ah,
if you do it 50 times, I get like $100. So good times.
gra- excellent.
Hey, I'm up to like 10.
One sec.
Right.
No, this is your Twitch stream, right?
This is the Twitch stream. Yeah.
Okay.
And for some reason, I'm showing D&D Beyond, which is, I guess, kind of fine. I'm not gonna talk about D&D. We wanna talk about the new Dark Elves.
One
Do you
sec.
have a link for the Dark Elves book?
Yeah, I do. Just one sec. I'm trying to see if you're streaming. Are you streaming this right now?
Yes.
Cool. I'm just waiting for the invariable ads to get the fuck out so I can
Ah,
see. So I can hear both.
yeah, I'm not a lot into improving the the quality of the stream,
All right,
or,
cool.
or, or doing any checks or anything.
I can hear both. Right, here's some links for Dark Elves
Where are you gonna put them?
in Discord, I suppose.
Sure. Yeah.
Into a random shit chat.
Random shit links for the Dark Elves.
They're Dread Elves, right?
Whatever,
So I
man.
guess we'll cut it from here somewhere.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just share my screen again. Display capture, and then we can go to Dark Elves. Let me close some Facebooks. I don't want to get some incriminating evidence against me live on stream. All right, so welcome again, everyone, to the second part. Well, our second try to
No, the
talk
first
about
one.
the
This is
books.
the first one. What are you talking about? The very first podcast ever.
I'm still, yeah, it's gonna be the second. I'm still gonna gonna leave your monologue on YouTube just to remind me how bad I am at technological stuff.
Excellent.
All right, and today, whatever, we are going to be discussing the Dread Elves. Now, I haven't looked at the book. I've discussed a little bit the book with Hristo based on spoilers a long while back, and everything here I'm gonna read now is gonna be new to me. So this will be my first impressions, and Hristo is uh, basically we're gonna bounce off ideas of each other, and he's try. Well, yeah, that's the whole idea.
I mean, I've seen the book in action now. So ever
Have
since
you?
we kind of talked about it, yeah. So the UK events on UB keep running, and they run with the newest version of Dread Elves. So
Cool.
I've played against a couple of versions. Plus, I play against Marcus every now and again.
All
So
right,
already.
all right. Well, try and keep it a secret until we go through the whole book.
Oh yeah,
I'll
yeah.
I'll give you
It's like
my
an it's
ideas
like an
about unboxing.
unboxing video of the new
Yeah,
Dread Elf.
unboxing
All right.
video of the Treados. Okay, let's get started. Uh, Army model rules. Let's see. I'll start with academy trading. Units with blah blah have are trained. So they've crossed out this one. Calculating combat scores. Each academy trained unit engaged in close combat, the opponent's rank bonus by 1 to a minimum of 0. In addition, while within 8 inches of one or more other non-fleeing blah blah units gain devastating charge, plus 1 advance. Oh, that's terrible. When declaring the first charge, the effect lasts until blah blah. Counters having 1 additional full rank for the purpose of steadfast and disrupted if they have at least 1 full rank.
Okay, so the bit that's scratched out is the rank has been reworded basically.
Oh yeah.
With an extra bullet point. So it's two effects. One of well, yeah, two effects. +1 charge, which is fine.
Eh.
It's totally fine. I mean, movement 6 on elves is pretty solid.
Eh. And then you've got one extra full rank for steadfast and disrupted. So basically,
this is what's really strong.
You can disrupt with 5 dudes in the flank. I think that's the whole idea, correct?
It is many things. So dwarves have a banner like this, which costs about 35 points. Banner of the Hold. It does so many different things. You end up being steadfast when you're not supposed to. You end up disrupting steadfast when you're not supposed to. It encourages infantry blocks. It's quite nice. It's obviously better on. I think it's better on dwarves because they're tough.
Yeah.
So elves are more about damage than ranks, but it's really helpful in a lot of cases.
Alright. Well, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Hunting bows. The roll for flee distance for enemy units that break is subject to minimize roll. That's an old rule for the nets that I think Corsairs used to have. So same idea, I think.
Yeah, I think they spread it around. I think there's more than one unit with it.
Oh, probably. I mean, why not put it on a couple more units? Professional courtesy. Right, so assassins can join the same unit. Fair enough. Scent of blood. Mold gives fearless frenzy while engaged. In addition, gains devastating charge +1 advance with the following restrictions. The charge unit has at least one health pool that contains fewer health. Okay, so it's wounded. The effect ends immediately before the unit declares a new charge. Right, well, this is dumb. How is this? It's slightly worse than academy training, but the same idea without having academy training second part.
Yeah, it's +1 charge. Interestingly,
Sometimes.
there is one model in this book where they stack. So Scent of Blood is on Raptors and the Manticore. Academy training is in your core units, plus one of the characters, and that character can ride a Manticore, so you could get both fucking at the same time.
And I imagine that's intentional.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. Well, we'll see the units, but I thought that just reading this, I thought that Cold One Cavalry, which I'm pretty sure is in the book, would have both of these things. Academy training, because
no, so academy training generally in this book is designed to boost up the core units. So the specialist units do their own specialist things. The academy training is making sure that your spearmen and your
I get it, but that doesn't make sense. The wording doesn't make sense. Like the special units surely have gone through the academy, right? They're basically core units with special weapons options and etc.
I think one like the Obsidian Guard do. The guys with the halberds have academy training. I think. I don't think the executioners do, and I like things like the
Witches
the
probably, and things like that
they
wouldn't have
don't
it.
have it.
Yeah, because they're just coked up crackheads, just like yeah. Obviously they don't, but I'd imagine the cavalry has academy training, right? I mean,
I don't think so from memory. We'll get to it.
no, from memory, yeah, but it wouldn't make sense for them not to have it. I mean, which cavalry is not just an upgraded version of the infantry?
I'm not sure.
You learn the same skills.
These guys might be some sort of upgrade of the Corsairs, maybe.
Okay, never mind.
I don't know.
Right, so we've got Artistry of Death, +1 to wound, nice.
Ruthless. So this is like the main Dark Elf rule is really the Artistry of Death.
Is it? That's a nice rule to have. +1 to wound is really strong.
Every elf has that. This is the one that applies to everyone in the book.
Every elf? You mean every Dread Elf, not high end?
Every Dread
and the others. Right?
Yeah,
and the attack gets +1 to wound during the first round of combat. Okay.
Sorry, I got them the wrong way around. Sorry. The Ruthless is what everybody has, and some of them have it every round. But generally, +1 to wound.
Yeah. It's like the old rules. +1 to wound first round of combat, and if you're extra angry, you get +1 to wound always. I imagine they are still lightning reflexes, right?
Yes.
Just by being elves.
Or +1 to hit, +1 to wound, and everything basically.
Yeah, that's fine. And then we've got Kraken's Hide, +1 armory from foot, some crossbows. Alright, let's see the crossbows. So range is 18, used to be 24, shots 2, strength 3, AP 0. When shooting from short range, the weapon gains 1 AP. Right, so this is a major nerf. 6 inches down from the range, AP down, and so this is kind of shitty. But yeah, let's go through the whole book before.
The weird thing about the repeater crossbow is, even though it's a special weapon, only 2 units in the entire book have it.
Probably the core shooters and
The core shooters and the shades.
yeah.
Actually, no, they have handbows. I lied. So it's only the core shooters that really have the repeater crossbow.
Yeah, I think they try to nerf them. That's the whole idea. Hopefully they drop down in points a lot, because I've got 40 of them.
I mean, it's spoilers. They're actually better than before.
We'll see. We'll see. How would they be better than before?
Well, okay. Well, if you had to guess, because okay, the weapon itself is worse.
Yeah, so 6 inches range.
What do you think would change on the platform to make it better than before?
Like a normal duty elf, right? Toughness 3, strength 3, agility 5, weapon skill 4. Oh, I guess weapon skill ballistic skill might go up.
Yeah.
So they will be hitting on probably 3s normally. Pardon. Yeah, 3s. So they would get +1 to hit based on before, because the shots used to be to give a disadvantage. Or not disadvantage, -1 to hit.
Yeah, that they got that one, and they got one more very well. They got
they can probably march and shoot.
Very good guesses, actually. That's both of them. Yeah, they march and shoot, and they have +1 to hit.
Yeah.
So overall, they are better.
Well, no, they are a bit different. They're more mobile, but in your face. So I'd say more offensive, less defensive.
Yeah, definitely. Sure.
Right, and then repeat the crossbow, or rather handbow, is the same as before, the way I see it.
Shot X is different, I think.
Yeah, but that just that means that they probably increased it for characters. That's the whole thing. Would be my guess.
Yep.
And then let's see the blades of Darak, two-handed. Oh, cool. One attack value, magical. For each non-attribute spell. Alright, they used to have that on one of the units. So basically, you buff them, they get +1 strength.
This is the temple malicious weapon.
Alright. At the moment, that seems interesting. Let's see the Curse of the Phantom Queen. The previous.
I don't like how this is worded at all.
Alright, let me read it once and see if I can decipher it. Whenever a model that is the target of the spell inflicts a health point loss against an enemy unit, the model's unit suffers 1 hit with strength 4, AP 2, and magic. Already forgot the first part. Okay, these hits are considered range attacks that are distributed by the attacking unit's owner. Only consider health points losses caused by close combat attacks, shooting attacks, special attacks, and spells. No health pool can generate more hits than it had hit points. Alright, so I've read it once. I forgot the first part, but I'm gonna interpret it like that. You put a hex on someone, and if you do like 4 wounds, they suffer 4 hits with strength 4 AP2, right?
It's Iron Maiden from Diablo.
Yeah, basically.
But it's really I understand why the rule is so long, because they're trying to make it specific, but it feels clunky as a design.
It
and the
does.
other thing is,
I have to reread it.
It encourages you to lose elves, which is weird. Like, this makes sense if you had like a slave unit to throw forward.
Yeah, and it's strength 4 AP2 magical attacks, so it's a hex. Ugh. God, my. Alright, so the first 2 turns, there's no close combat. You want to put that on shooting units, right? You don't really want to put it on artillery unless it's
Catapult.
a catapult. Alright, let me see. If you put it on a catapult and it shots and it kills like 6 elves, what happens? What are the restrictions? These hits are considered range attacks that are distributed. Alright, only consider health point loss caused by close combat, shootings, and special. No health pool can generate more hits this way. They need to get health points before Right. So if it kills
Oh,
6,
it takes 5 hits, I guess.
it takes
Well,
6. No health pool could generate more hits. So basically, you can't kill 8 elves out of 5.
oh, okay, fine.
That's what it means. As I said, I need to reread it every couple of to consider what happened. So you would get 6 strength 4 hits onto the war machine. So nothing will happen there.
Yeah, it takes 3 wounds. That's half of it done. Not
I
bad at all.
guess compared to a magic missile that does 3 wounds
Yeah,
without without
without losing
losing
health.
6 elves in the process. So basically, this is a really shitty Skaven equivalent spell in the first 2 turns.
It's very weird. I think I get why they want the effect, but it should be on target. So I suggested this on the forums. Um,
What do
it
you
should
mean on
have.
target?
I think the easiest, if you think of what this spell is trying to do as a visual thing, it's trying to punish you for daring to attack the elves.
Sure.
First of all, it shouldn't trigger on death because that's weird.
Yeah, as in
Uh,
the in case of catapult, the stone is already fired. I mean,
yeah,
how would
exactly.
it check if the stone hit someone and killed a bunch of elves, right? That doesn't make sense.
I think it's what I suggested is the unit takes DT, danger strain test, when it targets somebody to fight from the Dark Elf book. Would have been a lot neater. And it could be a DT1 or a DT2 depending on what you want the
Yeah,
thing to
but
do.
DT2 doesn't make sense in terms of war machines, for example, right?
Mm,
Or
it
big
may- I mean,
monsters. Like DT1 on a dragon, who cares?
this DTs would be better against big monsters than strength 4 hits.
Oh yeah,
To be
that's
fair.
true. That's true.
So overall, it does mechanically, like mechanically, this isn't bad. It's fine for 7+.
Right.
It's just long.
No, I mean, I think when it comes to anti-shooting, this is really bad compared to a normal, like not a normal, the Skaven magic missile, right? Because it's strength 4
Yeah,
AP2.
yeah.
It has a big range.
It casts. No, it doesn't have a big range, but it casts on a lot higher. So this is easy to cast against as
This
well.
is easy to cast, yeah, but that doesn't mean you might have a spell that does strength 1 AP1 hits and it's cast on 2 up and no one will take that spell. That doesn't mean it's a good spell. I mean, the effect should be interesting. At the moment in the shooting phase, I mean, what's the other target? You've got fuck it 20 elves with longbows shooting in you on your dudes. You cast this and then they shoot, they hit 10 times, wound 5 times, kill 4 guys.
For every elf you lose,
Ugh.
you kill half of model from the opponent.
Well,
So
that's a really
it's
bad
not good.
trade. It's like it's like casting a magic missile and misfiring, basically wrapped into one package.
I think mostly you want to put it in combat.
Okay, no, I'm talking about the first couple of turns, right, where you want to cast that on a shooting, because it's there. You can cast it on a shooting. You can cast it with spells on the
You
mage, for
can
example.
cast it on wizards, yeah. So it melts wizard bunkers because the wizard kills elves and then his bunker dies. But
Sure, yeah.
the bunker isn't commonly expensive models, so I don't think the opponent cares.
Well, I guess you can cast it on a single caster that knows fire, and you're like, kill my elves now. But yeah,
They'll just cast buffs instead because
and and let's compare it to what it does compared to other spells in close combat. For example, you've got 30 spear guys because that's your list, right? You want to lose them against what? What would you want to cast that? Let's
uh,
say storm vermin, for example, same dudes. And you've got 30 storm vermin. You cast it on the storm vermin, they get 15 attacks on your dudes, hitting on 4s, that's 7, and wounding on 2s. No, pardon, 3,
three.
so let's say 4 wounds, AP, whatever.
They kill two three Stormvermin.
Well, that's terrible compared to 1
Hit
strength,
buff.
1 toughness, plus 1
The
to
real
hit.
problem with it is that the dark Dread Elves tend to hit first. So you hit somebody, some of them remain to hit you back on your horrible squishy elves, and then you kill some of them some more, but it's already gone badly for you at this point.
Do you know what? I really don't like this hereditary. It's really clunky, and you have to lose. I don't know. Compare this to any other buff, like reroll to wound would get you more wounds in combat. +1 strength would get you more wounds in combat. Like losing 4 elves so you can kill 2 or 3 from the other dudes is super whatever. Anyway,
Yeah, agree. Anyway, not
let's
very
continue.
good. Should we skip the items until we see the characters?
Sure.
Without
Yeah,
context,
sure,
it makes no
sure,
sense.
sure. And let's start with the core first, right?
All right. Yeah.
And then
sure,
go
sure.
back to characters.
The
All right,
characters.
cool. Legionnaires, fucking whatever dudes with shields. Thanks. Spear.
Well, they get +1 to hit and +1 to wound.
Well, they have
Right.
+1 to hit always, right? Because
Yeah.
of the elves, they've got +1 to wound in the first combat. That is a nice
Solid.
buff.
Solid, yeah. I mean, spears gives them +1 AP, so
Yeah,
they
yeah,
basically
yeah.
have +1 to
+1
everything,
strength, basically.
and +1 rank because of academy training.
Hold on. I have to academic training. So they have devastating charge, which is cool. And while within 8 inches of one or more other, so they don't get devastating charge by themselves. They have to be within 8 inches of another unit.
Yeah.
Okay, that sucks. The effect
doesn't
lasts
suck.
until the end of the charge phase and counts as having one additional full rank for the purpose of steadfast and disrupted. Oh, so they don't have to be in combat, but it has to be within 8 inches. So basically, if you make a charge with these, you really want to bring another block close to them.
Yeah, and academy training is on a couple combat blocks. It's on the crossbows, who have marching fire, and it's on one of the characters.
Yeah, okay, let's see.
It's nice. Look, they're nothing. The 14 points a model elf with usual stuff. They just have +1 to everything basically. So solid.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, next one. Temple Militants, Fearless Frenzy Scorings. Okay, those are the Witch Elf models. Battle Focus, Fire 19 extra rank, Lightning Reflexes, Ruthless Efficiency, and the Blades. So they've lost Poison. But
So yeah, they don't have poison, but they have high strength.
well, if you buff them, they have
It-
5 strength, right?
Yeah, yeah.
They've got
So-
Ruthless Efficiency, so +1 to wound. They've got Battle Focus, which is always nice. On
More hits, yeah.
oh, Offensive 4. Weren't they 5?
I think there were 5, yeah, at one point. No, actually no, maybe there were 4 and then they had paired weapons. And now the paired weapons are Blades of Darak.
Yeah, they give one extra attack, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I like the Temple Militants. They're very specialized because they have no AP anywhere.
Yeah. Hold
But
on.
they-
Do the blades give them AP on buff?
No, just strength.
Just strength, right? Okay, yeah, they are a bit specialized. Agility
But it's an
5.
absolute ton of attacks. You get 2 from the front rank and then 2 ranks supporting. So you get
Why
4
would you
fire.
get 2 ranks supporting?
They-
Oh,
they
fighting
just have-
extra rank.
They
Okay.
just have, yeah. So it's 4 attacks per file or 5 if you're in forward line or whatever it's called. And battle focus means that it's basically +1 to hit.
Well, obviously you want a big unit of this with buffing magic, right?
Yeah, that's what's been played so far.
Hold on. Let me do a real quick check. If blades of whatever it's called stacks with the hereditary spell,
To do what?
just if hereditary spell interacts with the blades of Darak.
No, it's a hex. They need a wound.
One turn target at least one model in the Withers unit. Okay, well that kind of sucks. In all honesty, I think there should have been a line here that makes blades and the hereditary spell interact with each other. Like if the blades of Darak are attacking Curse of the Phantom Queen, something cool would happen. That would be awesome.
I think any more words into that spell make
No,
additional word makes
onto the
worse.
blades, onto the blades.
Oh, okay.
I agree with the spell if you have another sentence there saying blah blah blah, but the blades can say that the hereditary spell can be cast on whatever.
This is if that spell was any longer, everybody would dispel it because nobody would know what they do.
Like, what does it do? Well, it does 4 things. Okay, fuck it, I'm stopping.
It'd be like that guy who played with the zombies like 10 years ago. They
Oh
just stopped
yeah, yeah, I
wearing because he was
remember.
taking off his zombies one by one. Just
You wanna cast phrase that? Oh man, that's like 10 minutes of my actual life. No, thanks. Dispel that. Yeah, you can have whatever, grave calls,
anything else.
whatever. Yeah.
Oh,
Alright.
okay. These so what I've seen in competitive lists is almost like the Dread Legionnaires are nice, but they're quite bland. And if you look at the costs, I generally see a block of Temple Militants. They have some synergies as well
They do. They do.
for the pack. So yeah, they're pretty solid. Solid shreddy unit.
Yeah, and just for 1 point model extra. Well, the extra models, the first ones are like 10 points. Well, not 10 points. What's wrong with me? 60 divided by 15, so
Oh shit! No,
4
4.
points. Mother one.
Excellent.
Quick muffs. Alright. Raiding party.
Didn't realize this.
The old Corsairs. Okay, let's see what I have. Hunting boss. Okay, cool. Light armor. Reflexes, efficiency. Offense 4. Okay. Must choose something else, and something else with a repeated handbow. Okay, let's see what the two things are. The model gains cannot be stomped and shield. Fucking thanks. At the start of each friendly turn, for each model containing one or more models, choose another friendly unit. Oh my god, within 8 inches. Model parts with harness in the chosen units get devastating charge hatred. So basically they are beast masters that give hatred to harness to mounts, I guess.
Yeah, I think
That is quite
it's okay. It's a
niche.
bit narrow.
Yeah.
It's very specialized. They're also not scoring because they're light troops.
Are they? Oh yeah, they
Yeah.
are. And they are 170 for 10 dudes. Okay, these look shit, the first part. Oh, let's see the Corsairs. The model gains Kraken's hide and paired weapons. In addition, each charging unit with one or more models with Corsairs has +1 to each side combat unit if fighting an enemy unit in the enemy's... But, like, why do you have this rule, honestly? +1 combat score if you get the flank or rear. Okay, fine. Thanks.
Okay. They seem the most useless so far.
They seem absolutely
Complicated.
garbage, in all
I
honesty.
guess one of the versions has repeater handbow, I suppose. So you end up Corsairs with repeater handbows.
Yeah, but they get 19 points per model that way for the first step.
No, it's plus.
Plus
Yeah,
2.
for the first 10. 19 points per model for a shooter is not terrible.
It's a close combat shooter. Repeater handball, range 12, I think it was.
Yeah, it's light troops though, so they can march and fire.
And they can't score, and they come out of core, obviously. I don't know, I can't see them where you would use them. Let's see the last ones. Because, yeah, just as I thought, that's all the core. So, Legion Auxiliaries, suppressing volley. It's another fucking full
Another
paragraph of things.
Novel, yeah.
Light armor shield, lightning reflex, march and shoot, and repeat the crossbow 3+. Okay, sure. Let's see, suppressing volley. At the start of each friendly charge phase, each unengaged, non-shaken, friendly Blue Moon Legion Auxiliary shorter than 15 inches unit with at least one full rank. I was taking the piss with a couple of them, but this is the real deal. With at least one full rank may nominate a single unengaged enemy unit within 18 inches and within line of sight. If so, the Legion Auxiliaries unit cannot declare any charges during this charge phase. Until the end of the player turn, the dominated enemy unit suffers -1 to hit against charging academy train. Nominating unit from blah blah blah. So basically, I charge this, I shoot him with the suppressing volley, you get -1 to hit in the combat.
Yeah. It's nice. It doesn't stop him. It doesn't stop him from doing everything else. So it's just an extra thing that they do.
It is. I mean, I guess they're built to have a couple of these, a couple of those. Basically, that should be your core.
I mean, I would max out on as many shooters as I can. They seem fantastic to me. So I think, first of all, the shots are very solid. You hit on 5s at long, just as before, 5s at long range.
If you've moved.
Yeah, if you've moved. if you've marched. So they're very
Well,
very
it's the
decent.
same. Move march is the same for them.
Yeah, true, but it's 20 up to 28-inch breadth. It's quite a lot for shooting.
Well, not really, because afterwards you're 18 inches away. 18 inches away means things charge you.
It does, but then this unit has comes with shields, has parry, has +1 to wound you, so it occasionally does some wound
Yeah,
back.
it's fine. It's
And
fine.
then it it has extra rank, so it's quite hard to break.
It has an extra rank if there's another unit there.
Yeah, but that's why you take a bunch of them. I think the auxiliaries are really really good.
I think they're built in a way that if you wanna, you don't have to, but if you wanna use suppressing volley, and depending on your magic, obviously, you either want a big unit of tempo militians or a big unit of dread legionnaires. I've
Yeah,
played Dark Elves with 4 units of Legion auxiliaries when they had 24 inches range, and normally 2 of them don't have good targets to shoot. So I'd imagine you want 2 Legion auxiliary units and a big block of Name Your Poison. It's just
probably yeah.
random, well, not random core, like the start of a list, right? Unless it's something else you really want.
Well,
Right.
from memory, I'm trying to think what the cap on raiders, which is their shooting, is 20%. So even if you want to, you can't fill out your core just with shooting.
What you mean now or before?
Now,
Oh,
so now
okay, fair enough. I think you don't want to feel your.
I don't think. Yeah, I think it's fine. It's quite intuitive. So
Yeah.
you
All
take a
right.
bit of shooting. They're very helpful. Right.
Uh,
Characters.
yeah, let's go back to characters now that we've seen the core. Right. Let me see if I can see something interesting. So we've got the Dread Prince. Basically, every time I see the large combat character, it's very important to see what magic items he can get. But ideally, you want to see if you can build him into a, I don't know, into a cowboy, basically, into a tier A fighter or tier B fighter. Normally, elves can't build tier B fighters because they are getting expensive, but they can build a couple of tier A fighters. Right, let's see. So we've got lightning reflexes, ruthless, efficiency, and 5 attacks.
Yeah.
Impressive. So basically, huh? Offensive 8, yeah, whatever. So his toughness is shitty, but he has 5 attacks hitting on 2s or 3s with strength 5.
Almost always twos, basically, because it's offensive 8 with lightning reflexes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So he's alright. That's a good base to build a really big keyword. Let's see what we can do. Deadly riposte. Close combat. For each enemy close combat attack allocated towards the model for which a natural 1 is rolled to hit, the Dread Prince must perform close combat attack at the same initiative step that must be allocated toward the model. Okay, that's fun. If
It's
someone
like
rolls
mirrored
a,
scales. Like mirrored scales, but better.
it is, yeah, because you get to hit them with your powerful dude. That might be really fun. Uh, and what else? He can ride the Raptor. He can ride the horse or chariot. He can get lance, halberd, grey weapon, paired weapon, so standard stuff. Right. So we can see basically the best way we can see. We will be building a Dread Prince at the end of this
Yeah,
video, definitely. Right. Beastmaster. A mount marked with TM comes towards Majory, of course. Wheelbreaker's Craft. 4 auto strength 4, offensive quite low. Agility 7, so still big. Cannot be stunned. Heavy armor, Kraken's Hide. So he starts 4 up. Probably can get a shield. Alright.
So the theme with the Dark Elf character design is they took all the old options that you had and they split them into different characters and they fiddle with the profiles. So this is your Dragon Rider basically.
Alright. Discipline, well, he's a bit weaker than the previous Dragon
Yes,
Rider
yes.
who
He's
was a
also
Dread
cheaper.
Prince. Yeah, that's true. Alright, discipline test by friendly beast models within will be minimized. Nice. If within the roll to determine the number of hits from stomps is maximized and minimized. Also quite good. And he can get the dragon, the manticore, and 4 things that you know.
Yeah, I've not seen him on little things. There's probably some sort of weird it's probably some list where you want to take like Hydras and stuff and buff them, and you might not want to take a dragon. But
And have this guy on a horse to be around the Hydras. Yeah, probably.
yeah, something like that, maybe.
We'll see. Let's check the mounts before we go further, because this guy
Yeah.
works with mounts. So we've got the dragon, almost standard. Let's see, meeting of minds. The model gains scent of blood and treats all friendly beast models and insignificant. Oh, cool. So he
Cool.
gets an extra charge, and what was it?
Against
The other
nobody
thing?
Treat friendly beast models insignificant.
No, no, the scent of blood.
Oh, it's plus what? That's it. It gets
That's it,
frenzy
right.
and stuff. I guess frenzy in combat actually, and something else. Frenzy and fearless possibly, which doesn't matter.
Fearless does almost nothing for him. Right. He's a dragon. Blah blah blah. Toughness 6. Okay, so
It's
standard,
the standard dragon.
Yeah.
profile.
How expensive was he?
It's quite cheap for a dragon.
Alright, I'll check later. Let's see the Manticore. So, slightly faster than a dragon. Light troop, scent of blood, towering presence. Armor plus 1, toughness 5, harness, lethal strike. 4 attacks, strength 5, offensive 5 is quite good. Extraordinary specimen. The Manticore gains D3 and his base size is changed to
This is if
50.
you have a big model that you want to use.
Yeah,
Like
you get
15 points.
D3. Well, that is quite a drawback to have 50 millimeters at the back
Yeah,
of your
this is.
unit.
I mean, a couple armies have this sort of thing, and it's just there for modeling purposes.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Manticore, I
Looks
think. is
good.
pretty So this is, if you remember the Highborn Elf Griffins, this is a Griffin with an extra armor.
Oh yeah,
Loses like the Griffin gets some bonuses on the charge, but this has a better combat profile generally.
yeah, that's true. He's got lethal strikes, which is always a bit
Actually,
scary.
this is better. It might not be better. It might be the same. This guy has lethal strike instead. Scent of blood is nice.
He
Yes,
doesn't
sure.
have. Oh, he does scent of blood. He's got towering presence though, which
All,
is.
all mounts like this do. So every single one in the game.
So which griffin are you referring? Oh, you mean the Imperial Griffin?
I mean the
Oh, the
Highborn
high
Elf.
elf one.
Towering
Yeah,
presence means you can't join units.
yeah. Well, not only that, but if your BSB is on that, it increases the range.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing. Although I don't think this guy can be a BSB. This character, the Beastmaster. Nope. But probably one of the other guys can write something. Okay,
The
and let's see.
Manticore seems nice.
Yeah, and let's see the Pegasus 816 standard Pegasus. No Dark Elf better Pegasus. They used to have that. Oh, the Raptor has lethal strikes now. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's a big deal. And
It
Scent
is.
of blood, obviously.
I'd imagine, in all honesty, I'd imagine that this would be the special Raptor. If we go to the Raptor cavalry, them having lethal strikes might be a bit too powerful.
They have it. Yeah. The
Ooh.
big difference is that the old Raptors were resilience 4. These are no longer resilience 4, so they're squishier.
Yeah, but lethal strikes, man.
Lethal strike. I know. Lethal strike is solid.
It's good
That's
for the grind after the charge. So,
I mean, yeah.
okay, let's see. So Beastmasters, we are gonna build the Beastmaster on a Manticore and see what we can get. Also, so Legion Legate. What do you Legate? All right, tactician. So he's the character, right? Fair enough. The
This
range.
is your captain equivalent.
Yeah,
Still a
that's
great
true.
one.
The range of academy training to and from the bearer's unit is increased from 8 to 12. Okay.
So unexcited.
Fine. I mean, yeah, so it might be counterintuitive to like the BSB is within 12, but the academy training is 8. They were like, just measure 12, man. Don't worry about it. He has 4 inches on us. It's fine. He can be a BSB, he can have special items, if general more special items, shield, Kraken's hide.
He is also the only character with discipline 10. Notably.
Oh fuck me. Good spot. Right, so
The
he
legates,
can
the
be
legates are interesting.
yeah. Shit, is strength 4 offensive 6 3 attacks. I guess
It's
same as
standard.
Empire. If you want 10, just get a shitty guy there to give the
I
10
mean,
and that's it.
this is if you compare it to pretty much everybody's like basic character, it's not bad. It's just a dude. He's just very bland.
Now my point is the Dread Prince, as you said, is discipline 9,
Yeah.
which is kind of shitty. So if you want a 10, you pay 155 points for a character that uh, obviously you can't make him too powerful because his basic offensive stats and defensive are pretty low. So
I
I'd
don't
imagine
think he would. Yeah.
most lists would be I've got a general. He's this guy print
Hmm.
Legion Legate whatever Timmy.
I
He's
I've not
160 points
I
because
haven't
he's
seen that yet anywhere. Because to be honest, the discipline 9 does the job fine.
probably. I'm just like
Statistically.
if you want a discipline 10 you pay 160 points, 155 for this guy and give him a shield, and that's it, and then he stays with the archers and shit like that.
Yeah, that's an option.
So
The cool thing about this guy is he can ride a Manticore as well. And the Manticore Scent of Blood and this guy's Academy training stack. You get charge 10 against wounded targets.
so what? I mean, it's
It's like
something, but
I mean, it's a not a bad cowboy for the cost.
I don't know if you check the Beastmaster and this guy on a Manticore, the difference in points is like, what is it, 35 points?
35. Yeah.
And for 35 points, you get one extra attack on this dude. You've got the Willbreaker's Craft, and
Which is
which is nice to have on your Manticore.
minimized, yeah.
And stomps and whatever's everything else.
I mean, the stomps are irrelevant, right? Minimize and maximize on your stomp 1.
You can be a big specimen, right?
You can, yeah. But
Yeah,
whatever.
okay, fine. I get it. It's a
No,
discipline
cool.
10, just if you want it, there it is. It's slightly shittier dude, but you get
I think
discipline 10.
I think the Manticore is interesting, as I said, because he's the discipline 10 instead of being cold-blooded. It is cheap. The Manticore comes with some armors. You can get like a sub 400 point flyer, which ends up with like 7 attacks total.
Yeah, but do you want this guy to be your general? Is the question.
No. It's just like a support cowboy.
Well, why wouldn't you get the Beastmaster? Same idea.
Because he's more expensive for the same thing.
With 35 points more expensive, you get one extra attack. You've got the towering presence, blah blah, minimize roll. I don't know. Yeah, maybe
One
if you
attack.
can't
This
fit
guy,
it.
I mean, the academy training is handy. It helps.
All right, sure.
Fine. Anyway,
Fuck
he's not
that guy.
exciting, but he's fine. He's like the support character.
Yeah. Okay. So Tempo Legate. Ooh, so much things to go through. Okay, so that's professional courtesy, 4 up against melee attacks, heavy armor, battle focus, lightning reflexes, efficiency, blah blah blah. Must choose. Ooh, free battle standard bear. Well, he's not free. He's 260 points. Okay. Battle oracle or a warsmith. He can get the blades. He starts with the blades. Paired weapons just to ignore the parry cost 10 points. Okay.
Plus 1 offensive skill as well, I suppose.
Oh yeah. So if you're a battle oracle, the model gains wizard adept, loses wizard apprentice. Hold on, he's a wizard apprentice? Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
must
it.
select spells from divination. The bear and models using blades of Darak in the bear's unit gain destructing. Ooh. That's nice.
Yeah, this is the entry.
Yeah,
Dark
I can see. Well, this obviously goes into a big block of witch elves, right? And you get a very,
Yep.
very powerful core unit. And
I mean, yeah.
and Warsmith, the model gains wizard adept, loses wizard apprentice, and must select alchemy. Models with armor 4 or more in enemy units in base contact with a model must roll successful armor saves against wounds caused by blades of the rock. Uh, Fine.
No, that's really good because your temple militants are AP 0, but they get stuck on like nonsense cavalry and stuff. So this means that you can, if you have a 3 up armor save or better, you reroll it.
Yeah, I can interpret it, but mm, I don't know. It feels like the first part is more interesting. But
Yeah, maybe.
I guess depends what you're fighting. I mean, if you get alchemy, and ideally you don't have a lot of problem with armored models coming your way.
It's only gonna be an adept, I suppose. But you get alchemy with that ability, so they're tied together. So if you're having armor issues, you're gonna get the Warsmith, and if you're not having armor issues, you're probably
Yeah,
gonna
but
get the.
ideally you want some buffs, right? Because the whole idea of that unit is that they have the blades of Darak.
I
So
mean, both divination and alchemy have
I mean that's the idea.
the
That's why
buff. Yeah,
they gave them those two
yeah.
things. Uh,
Interestingly, with the Warsmith, armor 4 isn't the armor you're using; it's the total armor on the model. So if you have plate armor and a shield and a 4-up save, you have to reroll it.
sorry, what was that?
So the Warsmith thing,
Sure. Yeah.
if you have a plate armor and a shield and a great weapon,
All
so
right, you get 4-up armor.
yeah,
Well, not 4-up armor. You've got
you get
armor 4.
yeah, you get armor 4, but you can't use it. But still, you have to reroll things.
Yeah, fuck
It's
you,
just trolled.
shield dude. You shouldn't have brought your shield. Maybe you would have lived longer if you.
It's like the do you remember the you know, Undying Dynasty's Godslayer? That if you have a conditional ward save, it punishes you.
Oh yeah, same idea. Same
Like, oh, I've got the thing anti against fire. Well, I'm not on fire, but fuck you.
idea. Yeah, exactly. Take double wounds, bitch.
So these guys, because they're discipline 9, they can be a battle standard bearer and they're wizards. Um, so the update in blue, you can see the battle standard bearer is you have to choose between that and one of the specializations.
Yeah, yeah.
Before it was an additional,
You
like a
get
normal
both,
upgrade.
right?
So it was the whole, all the characters were redundant because everybody just took 2 legates,
And
one
you're
of
done.
each,
You get it.
battle standard, general, and between them they're wizards.
Yeah, so you've got everything in 2 dudes.
So yeah, and they support your core, and then yeah, the rest of your army is 3,000 points. Spend as you wish.
Yeah, obviously not from characters because you got that sorted.
Well,
Um,
you can if you want cowboys, but they don't have
can
to.
they get? Right, let's see. They are not on platforms, right? They're just
No, they're on foot.
single dudes, which makes them easier to lift. By the way,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
4+ against melee attacks. I guess death magic kind of fucks them up, right? Unless you
Like,
build against it.
I guess. I mean, snipes. Since you've played, they're all range 18. They all kind of got nerfed a little bit. You should probably
Mm.
pick up some magic res so if you're worried about snipes.
Well, yeah, we'll see. And then the Warlock outcast. So basically, there's the caster probably. Let's see. Irresistible Will, not a leader, Wizard Master. The casting values of spells cast by the models are increased by 1. Spelling rolls against spells cast by the model. Ooh, that's nice. -2 modify. Yeah, it's difficult to cast the spells, but basically it says you want to put more dice in this, and the bad guys are gonna put even more dice to dispel it.
Yep.
I like this, in all honesty. I like that it's an option, because you can go with the legates with up, with wizard up. What's it called?
Adepts, yeah.
Adepts, and like 2 dice this, 2 dice this, 2 dice this, or you can get
No,
the
I mean,
warlock outcast and say 3 dice that, try and stop it. Ooh, you failed, and then
I think
3 dice
with
that.
the legates you still have to 3 dice things. I think Dread Elves because either have no pluses to cast, and you're trying to cast spells that go off on 7s and 8s most of the time.
Yeah, but I'm saying that I like the choice here. That the irresistible will, it gives you a big advantage, -2 to dispel, but it
Yeah.
makes it riskier with +1 to cast. So
So
I do like this. That it's an option. Let's
I mean
see.
he has it by default, so you can't take him without
No,
it.
no. I mean it's an option where you wanna focus your magic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
You
I
notice
assume there's conclaves down the list. I assume there's
there's one
conclaves.
conclave. So there's one of the complaints that's been happening is obviously the outcast only comes as a master by default. So there's no customization.
Yeah, but that's fine. It doesn't have to always follow the same rules.
No, I know. I, And the other bit they've changed that they're trying out is you can see evocations in blue. So it used to be occultism in the previous ones.
Occultism was nice on a dragon. Now, evocation.
Without the extra range.
Sorry. Well, the idea was that you could heal yourself with occultism and sacrifice
Sure.
cells and shit like that. Alright, let's see. Casting values, blah blah blah. Paired weapons. You can get the Dragon Manticore. You've got no armor. You've got no. You don't even have a mundane armor, so Manticore is definitely out of the question. Same with Pegasus. Sorry? Oh, you can get light armor. Right, okay. Well, we'll see what we can build with them. And then you've got the Silent Assassin. Professional strike from the shadows. Artistry of death, so +1 to wound always. Multiple wounds 2 against character. Poisons. Repeat a handball. Must get paired weapons. Agility 9. That's way up there. Offensive 7, strength 4. The model cannot be deployed. Instead, at the start of the player turn, the owner may choose an unengaged friendly standard infantry that is not fleeing and apply. Remove a non-champion armor from the chosen and deploy. Oh, this guy actually kills one of your dudes.
I think it's more the idea is that one of your dudes reveals that he's actually an assassin.
Yeah, I was an assassin all along. You cannot remove the last RF5 model. And removing cannot be a panic test. The Silent Assassin cannot voluntarily leave its unit during the player turn in which it was deployed. If the model is not deployed by the game turn 4, it counts as a casualty and cannot be deployed. That's kind of cool. I don't see why you would remove one of your dudes. That sounds a little bit dumb, but
I mean that's what I just said. One of your dudes reveals that he's actually an assassin.
yeah, but if you get 15, like the minimum number of core models for a unit, turns out you've got 14 of them and an assassin.
He costs a little bit extra. He basically costs 200 points. Really.
Yeah. All right.
You're gonna remove usually the cheapest model that you can.
Yeah. Is it remove a non-champion rank and file model from the chosen unit? And the unit may be a friendly standard infantry unit. Unengaged friendly standard. Does that mean? And bear with me on this one. If you're playing doubles, you can reveal one of the dwarves to be actually a silent assassin.
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it's been written with doubles in mind.
It has unengaged friendly standard infantry unit, so yeah. One of the dwarves. It was me all along.
Throws the beard away, and it's like, aha, what up, guys?
Fooled you. Alright, and basically let's do the special items, because that's what makes characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we'll start with an interesting... Wow, they've got like 5 weapons. 1 armor, because fuck armor. 3 banners and a bunch of artifacts. Hold on, when we... 5, 10.
Should be around.
Oh, they're 15, man.
Are there?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh,
they are 15. Yeah.
Okay, maybe that's the new standard. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's 15.
Alright, let's see. The great weapon. That should be the big one. Attacks met with this weapon get +1 strength, AP, and are magical. So far, so quite boring. In addition, for every hit inflicted with a weapon in a duel, choose a model part of the enemy model. The chosen part suffers -1 attack value. Whoa. That is nice. For every hit inflicted with the weapon in a duel, choose a model part of the enemy model. The chosen part suffers -1 attack value. I mean, it's nice, but it doesn't. It's not super powerful.
No. It's strength 7, AP4. And if it doesn't kill you, it takes away like...
No, it's per hit, not per wound.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So it takes away almost... In a duel, you basically almost auto-win the duel, right? You don't get hit back.
Yeah. If you strike first, and you're an elf, so chances are you're striking first. You do a couple of hits, that's 2 attack less, and the dude with 4 attacks is suddenly with 2. Okay, it's not as fun because when a normal fucking what is it, just random monster infantry comes over and he's like, your character yum, and that's it with crippling
I
frost.
mean, yeah, it's expensive, but then you end up with another 120 points to make your character tough in some way.
Well, the toughness 3 elf you can make him tough.
Yeah, yeah.
Yay! Right. Okay, so we'll see what we can build at the end. So lacerating touch attacks made with this weapon become magical attacks and gain AP2. While using this weapon, the wielder gains +2 attack values and fear. Well, this looks actually better than the crippling frost and it's
Yeah,
cheaper.
that's the
AP2
one.
and 2 attacks on
Jesus
paired
Christ.
weapons is quite nice. So basically he gets 3 attacks and AP3,
Yep.
strength 4 though, so kind of
Strength
shit.
4, but everybody gets +1 to wound in the whole book. So
Not bad.
that sorts that problem
I
out.
think this is the go-to enchant. I think. Let's see Transcendence. Attacks
be
made
good.
with this weapon become magical. Thanks. For each unsaved wound inflicted against enemy models with this weapon, the wielder gains +1 strength, 1 AP. For the rest, oh, those are the yeah. Eh,
No, this is fine because it's on a lance. It's only for a lance.
I know it's so you get the bonus when you charge, the full bonus.
And then you're forever the same afterwards.
Yeah, but is that worth 50 points? I don't think so. You know, honestly, you can get the same result with a halberd with the normal enchant from the game.
I suppose that the difference is that it's one-handed.
Yeah,
You get
I mean,
one
it's true, but it's conditional. I mean, this never worked in the previous books of the Dark Elves. No one was like, I'm gonna do 2 wounds and then I'm gonna be super buff. Because if you don't do the 2 wounds,
then you're not super buff.
yeah, and it's unsaved wounds. So basically, if you fight the first time you want to fight and someone charges you, and you're like, well, I'm strength 4, but I could have been strength 6.
You
And then,
basically you need to go kill some chap thing.
well, you've got 6 turns in a game. You're not killing anyone turn 1. Turn 2 possibly killing someone, and then turn 3 you want to fight. That's lots of ifs and buts for +2 strength. Right, let's see Mastery of Slaughter. While using this weapon, the wielder must roll natural to wound rolls of 1 and are magical. In addition, for each hit point lost by an enemy due to attacks met with this weapon, the wielder's side adds +1 to combat score of this round of combat. This may exceed the normal limit in duels. That's nice, I guess.
Is it? Bit pointless, I think.
I think not. On obviously spear, so he's on foot and he's striking first. So basically, he generates a lot of combat score with this weapon, and
You
gets to
wouldn't
reroll.
make you wouldn't make like a because it doesn't make for a strong character. This is like a support thing you put on a BSB maybe.
I don't know. Maybe if you, yeah, as I said, on a BSB, maybe if you put it with the witchy elves, because this one has AP3 if they charge you.
The
Right?
thing is,
Because
if you
it's
take
on
a
a spear.
tempo, I've never seen this in play yet, and the problem is if you take a tempo Legate, who's the guy that goes with the witchy elves, they have to use the blades of Darak to get the benefits from their um, various.
Yeah,
weapons.
but you can get the normal BSB there with the spear, right?
True, yeah, you could
Just
get
to have some AP options. I don't know. It's cheap, so it's something.
it's a thing. It's a
Right,
thing.
let's see the halberd, which is cheaper. While using this weapon, the wielder gets +1 attack, and attacks made this weapon become divine and magical for 30 points. On a halberd,
30
I
points for
mean-
one is okay.
it is kind of fine. So you strength 5, you get 5 attacks. Divine, I guess it's something.
The problem I have with these cheap things is that if you're playing elves, generally,
Yeah, the dudes aren't cheap. Right, right.
dudes aren't cheap, and your rank and file guys have crazy ass output anyway. So
Yeah, why would you put that on a 170 points model when you can just get 10 more witch elves? And you're like, yay,
So-
more damage.
I haven't seen these yet. I'm thinking.
I don't think we'll be seeing them. I don't think we'll be seeing them. Right, let's see. Armor enchantments. Heavy armor. Seal of the Republic on foot for each unsaved wound inflicted against enemy models with the bearer's gun. The war against +1. Oh yeah, that's the same shit as before. So that's absolute garbage. Don't
No,
ever
this is
take
really,
this.
this is really good. 'Cause you
How?
can't
Why?
because you hit first,
Right.
and you can't, it's hard to stack armor.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't there like a essence of mithril garbage that puts you to 2 up in
Oh
the
yeah,
core rulebook?
but yeah, but you might have more than one character on foot.
Yeah, but you're not gonna get more than one character on foot,
No, you will.
especially not with this armor. I think.
If you have two tempo legates, you could definitely give this to one of them. Potentially. I've seen it used. I think it's okay.
So
And it,
basically, this doesn't have a limit for
yeah,
each and
exactly.
every one.
So the thing is, because if you put this on a guy who's in a big infantry block, there's a high chance someone's gonna chaff you at some point, and then your guy hits before the rank and file, and feeds off of the random garbage.
Yeah, but that's the second character on foot, because the first one is gonna be with the mithril thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
It's
then
like
there's the second one, and you're like, I need some armor on him. I've already have 4 up ward save. I guess that's fine. Yeah, maybe. If there's
it's
points.
good to use. It's the only armored thing in the entire book. So yeah.
Alright, let's see banner. The bear's unit gains scent of blood and swift stride. Okay, so put that in the on the big block. That's fine. And carry on. Executions icon. The bear and rank and file models with ruthless gain artistry of death. This is kinda dumb. I have the Gorgon, the bear against petrifying stare. Ooh, I can't wait to see that. See Gorgon units. Enemy units in base contact with the bear must roll successful discipline test. That's quite nice.
Very, very strong.
But I need to see the rest of the
Even
Gorgons.
even without the Gorgon, for 50 points is anti BSB.
Yeah, it is. If you can capitalize on it, because normal elves, I assume, don't cause fear or
I mean,
in
a lot of
contact
things
with the
cost.
bear.
I mean, look, there was a weapon that caused
Yeah,
lacerating.
yeah, 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 yeah. I know.
So I think Marcus was playing with Eye of the Gorgon on his BSB with lacerating touch. So you get this block that goes into you, shreds you up, and then you're like,
Can't roll, must dead.
yeah.
Alright, let's see the artifacts. For each successful Aegis roll of 5+ made by the bear against an enemy attack, the bear immediately inflicts 1 hit with strength 5 AP2 magical against the model that caused the wound before any casualties. Remove this renowned models. This considers special attack. So 5+ Aegis is the big part, but if you save it, it's a decent attack that you give back. Strength 5 AP2. Nah,
No, it costs. Look, it costs 10 points
60.
more.
yeah.
10 points more than the 5 ups. If you have 10 points to spare, why not?
Yeah, exactly, why not? Because you don't see a lot of 5 up Aegis item. I mean, the item that you're quoting, you don't see a lot of player.
No, you don't. You don't. It's
So
rarer.
basically, it's more expensive, slightly better on a item that is considered subpar. So I don't see this being taken.
You
in
could
all
you could
honesty.
take it on the prince for lows because any rolls of 1 against you, you hit them, and any rolls of that you save, you hit them in the face.
Yeah,
But I think you're right. The wound pools aren't deep enough for this to work.
yeah. By the bearer. So the best you can put it on is on a Manticore. So
Which is one of the things that would probably take a 5 up save.
yeah, but it will take a 4 up save before a 5 up save, right?
Probably, yeah.
So yeah. Alright. Mask of the Warcrow. The bear unit gains Furious. Oh, synergy. In addition, the bear and any friendly unit that contains 1 or more models with fear must reroll natural to wound rolls of 1 with its close combat attacks. Not bad.
It's very good. Very good. You get
Yeah.
reroll 1, and you hit on 2s usually, so. Not usually, but 2s or
No,
3s.
that's the wound. So you get
Oh,
plus
okay.
1 to wound, which is still good, and you roll to ones. Yeah, you can build a very powerful block out of your core with lots of these trinkets. The bear gains Will of the Senate, which we don't know what it does yet, so we'll find out. The bear can cast the Will Turns as a bounce spell, which the Will Turns was everything hits on 4s and wounds on 4s, right?
Yeah, it's solid because you get +1 to hit and +1 to wound with your entire book. So you hit on 3s and wound on 3s.
Yeah, I guess.
Or you make your opponent wound you on 4s, which is insane.
You know what the problem is? It's wizards only.
That's actually not a problem, and the reason it's not is because of that ability that we read on the Warlock Outcast. This is -2 to be dispelled, same as his spells.
Oh, that sounds nice. So it's a 6/10.
Yeah, I think
I'll
that's the
take
case.
3 dice on a 10. In all honesty, without rolling the dice, right? Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
that's not bad.
it's a
It could
solid.
have been not wizards only, so other dudes can take it, but you know. Right, Sigil of the Ninth Legion. Models with Academy training gain battle focus. Okay, cool. You can't put that on the Witch Elves, but you can put it on the other block. Witch Elves obviously have battle focus. So never mind. And Beastmaster's Whistle, one use only, may be activated. Charge range rolls within 12 inches or subject to maximized.
Yeah, it's okay.
I guess, but does it stack with Swift Strider? Do you
Yes.
roll
Yeah,
4? Yeah, you
you
do.
roll 4 technically.
So
It's
that's
quite
fine.
nice.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so let's get down to specials now. Shadow Riders. That's the fast calf. Fainted Flight, Hunting Bows, Light Troops Vanguard, Lightning Reflex, Ruthless Efficiency, Light Lances. Nice. 175 points for 5. Offensive 4. Well, they are pretty expensive for Chaff, I think.
They're very expensive for Jaff, but they're also very good. So they
Yeah,
beat
if
up.
they charge with the Light Lance and the Ruthless Efficiency, they're probably hitting other Chaff on 2s, wounding them on 2s, so
Yeah.
very
They
powerful
also
if they
4 up
charge.
armor. They have the hunting bolus, which is nice.
Yeah, true. And they
Also
Vanguard,
very good.
which is also nice. I mean, if you're missing Chaff pieces, there they are. Shadow Riders.
I mean,
Chaff
the
pieces.
crucial thing is you can take 8, which do end up being quite expensive. They are out of your core at that point.
Why do you want 8?
Because they come out of your core.
Where do you see that?
The very top.
Oh, right. Who the fuck puts that there, honestly? I could have played with this book for 5 years and I was never gonna read that. And I'm gonna play a mirror like 3 years down the line and I'm gonna be like, dude, your list is illegal. And he's gonna open the book, show me this, and I won't believe that it's actually real. It's like I've played 4 years thinking that Shadow Riders come from special. That's just insane. Why is it there, honestly? Fuck it. Units of 8 or more models count towards core. Okay, fine. So you can get all your Shadow Riders from core and make something.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine.
Fucking hell. Alright, Warlocks. 4 up against Melee, 5 up against everything else, Light Armor, Conclave. They had Perception of Strength, Ancestral Aid, Twisted Effigy, Curse of the Phantom Queen. Yay! 210 points. They've got the blades by themselves, which is nice. Strength 4 default, which is nice.
Yeah.
Ruthless Efficiency, Lightning Reflexes. Those actually aren't half bad. Let's see. 210 models compared to 175 for the Shadow Riders. They've got light armor, so they have 5 up armor. There's
5
no
up, yeah.
shields. And you need the champion to make them wizards. I could see that's what I thought. If you don't get a master, you can have a lot of magic just with 1 unit of this and a couple of the characters. So
Yeah,
that's
it's,
something.
it's pretty much 2 legates and a warlock in it. It's really nice.
And got you. And they've got the buffs, obviously.
Perception strength is a very, very good spell.
It is.
Ancestral Aid is nice. Twisted Effigy is useful.
And
Yeah.
Curse of the Phantom Queen is absolute garbage. Right, let's go down the list. Dread Knights, let's see. Scent of Bot, Heavy Armor Shield. They've got lethal, but
Yeah.
they're resilience 3. So if you get lances, because they come with nothing basically, the Dread Knight has 2 attacks on agility 6, offensive 5, strength 6 with lances, so 6 with great weapons, and 2 lethal dudes on top. And the armor is 5, 4, 3, 2 up.
Yep.
Not a bad cavalry unit. It's a bit slow. I don't think we'll be seeing this in all honesty.
No, we do see it. It's not that expensive for cavalry.
285 points. Well, it's not gonna be 285. It's gonna be 300 with lances.
Which is again totally fine. So if you think of like Rhyma Knights in Hybrid Elves, which you do see in
Yeah, but those Rhyma Knights weren't they 918? These are 714, man. Those are
+1 though, so it's essentially 814 a lot of the time.
only when they're charging, though.
When they're charging something wounded, yeah. Their output is crazy high though. 2 attacks all the time, strength 6. And
Yeah, output is
it's
good.
the Raptor. It's the Raptor that adds just a lot more.
Lethal strikes. The Raptor. Okay, Obsidian Guard. So, Will of the Senate. So we've got that on an item. Lightning reflexes. Blah blah blah. Garbage. Heavy armor. So, heavy armor and nothing else. Let's see. Friendly units within 6 inches. Must roll failed panic test. Wow, that's terrible.
It's not. It's okay. It's like the graveyard rule for graveyard. You know, dwarves.
Great. This is absolute garbage. I think this unit is
This is like Swordmasters, but
worse.
worse. But it gives that weird benefit, and it is
Yay.
academy trained, so it's okay. It's pretty plain.
So basically, look. This is a core unit, the Obsidian Guard, with a rending banner and another weapon. So
I mean,
how is that a unit? honestly?
AP2.
No,
is
it's
trained.
AP1. Halberd
It has-
comes. Halberd is just an item, so it's AP1. This is a core unit with AP1. With rending banner. Yeah, that's it. And special rule, which is like we can beat we don't panic, which is absolute
Which is
garbage.
people take the odd unit of 10 to support like a wide flank, because then it keeps the panic from.
I'm pretty sure there's better things to support a white flank than 10 of these garbage nothings. Man, I'm so angry. Look at that. It's the Tempo Guard all over again. It's the same guy from the core with 1 AP on top and a different item that he carries. And that makes him special, and that makes him, Jesus, 6 points more. Like 6 points for a halberd and 1 AP per model. I guess
And
agility
it's
and
soft-
offensive, defensive,
Agility defense, yeah.
will of
soft
the
attack
Senate,
rules.
blah blah blah, garbage. 2 attacks though. Okay, never mind. Just so.
As I said, they're very close to Swordmasters. They have the same AP. The strength 4, but have +1 to wound in the first round of combat. So they grind worse. They're slightly cheaper, and they have Will of the Senate system.
Yeah, will of the Senate. And how often do we see Swordmasters, right?
A bit, quite a bit.
Well, out of the 3, they are the middle pack. Out of the 3 special units. So you've got Lions, which are the winners.
I think they're probably the worst one now. To be fair, Phoenix Guard.
Even with Phoenix. Okay, well, thanks for selling them then.
These guys are cheaper, notably.
These are slightly better than the worst special high elf unit. Perhaps you should get a lot of them.
I haven't seen many of them, but I have seen units of 10 on occasion.
Yeah, because people are trying things. That doesn't mean it's a good unit.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see Judicators, probably Executioners. Heavy armor, Artistry of Death, Hatred, Lightning Reflexes, Grey Weapons. So strength 5, AP 4, so fuck
Yeah.
armor. Artistry of Death makes him like strength 6
Always.
basically.
Yeah.
Better than strength 6 against Sphinxes.
8, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Alright, thanks for the Artistry of Death against Sphinxes, dudes. Really worth it.
And idols, yeah.
And idols, yeah, and idols. Okay, we found out the counters.
They really anti-rocks, basically.
Anti-rocks, we hit rocks with grey weapons, with axes. Nothing else, basically.
Hatred.
200 points. Oh, hatred. Hatred. Lightning reflexes takes care of the grey weapon. And hatred. Yeah, not bad. These really pack a punch. They're very,
Yeah,
very
very
weak
strong.
against shooting and magic though. But
Yeah.
hey, cast the hereditary. And you get
And then you get to, yeah.
for every 40 points that you lose, the opponent loses 15 points, so 20, and that is your spell. So hooray for that. absolute garbage hereditary spell. The more I think about it, the
The
angrier I
Judicators are
get.
good though. The Judicators is a very, very good infantry slot.
Yeah, I think if you have 30, anything,
Yeah.
anything,
No, 2024 is
yeah,
usually.
anything less than 20, and it's just okay. I'll just farm my 10 goblins at them, and those judicators are no longer
Less
a
than
threat.
20, you get the impact hitter in there.
Yeah, exactly.
But blocks are good. They're good in blocks. Very, very
Well, a block, you can have 2 blocks of judicators, right? Realistically,
good. 20
because
points tomorrow, and you want to take 24, that's 400 points. You could take 2 blocks if you really wanted to, it's not a problem. 400 points. Take 500
and
points.
that's your list basically, and then a couple of characters, the same from core, and
Yeah, if you want to run infantry army, you can get 2 blocks of Judicators and 2 blocks of
they
Tempest.
do not have academy training though, which kind of sucks.
No, you can get it on a banner though if you want it.
Can you?
Yeah, there's an academy training banner, I think. Is there not? No, there isn't. They removed it.
No.
Okay.
Blood and Swift Strider, Artistry of Death, and Gorgon things.
Okay, they used to have a banner and it used to get taken every Judicator unit ever. So.
Well, so fuck them now. They're on their own.
I think they're still very good.
I
They're like
think they're average. I think you can build a list based on 1 big or possibly 2 big units, but that would be your list. I don't think you can see them in balanced lists because they don't bring anything to the.
but they bring
Well,
anti-armor like multi-support.
they do,
And
but normally armored things are the ones that choose where to fight because they're mounted.
sure. But that's where you can give them the banner that gives them Swift Stride and +1 charge.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you get the what's it called, the witches or the dudes with the spears from core, which are again anti-armor?
Oh, I guess. So is your point that you cap out on infantry from core, so you don't need any more infantry?
Yeah, that's my point
Okay.
basically. Because well, you can get, I guess you can get 2 units of judicators, and then your whole core is swift calf, but I don't know. All right, harpies fly and
And
Okay.
die. They fly
yep,
and die.
yep, yep, yep.
Okay.
Next, they fly.
Pretty good.
Next. Strength 4
pretty
2
good, pretty
attacks
good.
though. Some offensive things. They've got hard
Yeah, they
target.
march them. Fly 10, March 18.
Yeah.
Pretty-
So basically, they're the same as before. You want a unit of this if you can spare it. Alright, Gorgons. Now these, and let's see if they. Yep, those are the ones. Hunting Chariot, Repair, Krakens, Hydras, Leviathans. Okay. Gorgons in the previous iterations were one of the best units you can get in the whole of Warhammer. It was basically, we compared it with Anton like
Like a demon. So like a
no,
fiend.
no, not even a demon, a man eater, but you
Oh.
can get them by themselves. So they were insane. Most of my list started with 3 of them, just the best chaff, the best everything. They can even, if you're lucky with ward saves, you can withstand a lot of punishment. So let's see if they've changed them. 150 points, so already more expensive. Fearless Strider Supernatural, age is 5, 3 wounds, defense 5, resilience 4. So same so far. 4 attacks with lightning reflexes, petrifying stare, ruthless efficiency. So with halberd, it's 4 strength 5 attacks, which is the same as before, so quite good. Let's see. Petrifying stare, special attacks. Initiative step 10. Each enemy unit in base contact with a model suffers 2 hits, AP 10, and magic attacks that wound on. 4 plus standard height, 5 plus large height, 6 plus for models of gigantic height. Not bad at all. Although they did get significantly more expensive.
They used to be 100, right? Or 105 or something?
Like 110, and then a halberd would put them 125. So they're
Yeah.
like 40 points more expensive, but they do get the special attack, which when it comes to standard height actually works in their favor because he does 1 wound, like he does 1 wound, and they used to crumble a lot because of static when they're fighting infantry.
Right.
The large beasts, so they can stomp once on strength 4. Strider Supernal Fearless Fear. They didn't. they they couldn't stomp before for some reason. I can't remember why, but now they can, which is a good upgrade. I still think they're really good.
Okay.
I would get two of them because it says 2 units per army.
I would get as many as I can.
And
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah, I think for 150 points, this dude is absolutely awesome. They didn't change it that much. They increased his points by like 20%, which I don't think he was. I don't think Petrifying Stare makes up for those 20% increase, but I still well, I still like him.
Did they used to have Strider before? They piled on a couple
No,
of random
no, they
things on
didn't
it.
have Strider before, but they.
And plus now they're strength 6 technically now because they have efficiency and strength 5. So.
Oh yeah, they do have ruthless efficiency as well, so that's nice. Yeah, definitely worth 150 points. I think definitely get two of them into an army. So yeah, I'm gonna use them. I'm not sure if you want a unit with two models. Hmm.
Probably not because they're not light light troops. So they can't take a musician. They're not light troops. They end up being very awkward.
Yeah. What if you can take three of them?
I
Same
mean,
problem, obviously, but is it worth? No, it's not. Oh, it's 100 points per extra model. So a unit of 350 is like 3 man-eaters, but with edges safe instead of. No, you don't want three of them.
I don't think
Yeah, I don't think. It's really awkward. You said there's no musician, so it's like they're on our left, sir, and we're like, oh man, we can't ever, ever catch them because we can't see them for a second, and now we can't ever see anything. All right. The petrifying stare is nice. Is that what it gave the special?
Yeah, that banner that breaks
Was it
the
the
anti
banner?
BSB banner. Yeah, the anti BSB banner. You get petrifying there as well.
Enemy units in base contact with the bear gains. Right, let me see what it says exactly. Each enemy unit. Oh, hold on. Oh, unit in base contact. Right, so you can't. Can you
Can't
use it
get
in a
character.
duel?
Yes, it's the
Yes,
same
and
as Tom's.
yeah, so
Same.
it hits the character, which might
Yeah,
be nice. By the
but
way,
you can't be in a duel with a Gorgon because it's not
no,
canon.
no, 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 no. Use BSB gets the banner, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then his oh my god 3 wounds character is coming to kill your BSB, and obviously his character in this scenario is a standard height model, and he's like, dude, really? Because if I roll like 2 4s and you get 2 wounds AP 10, so fuck you.
Yeah. Yep.
So that might be interesting. It's like a deterrent, is what I mean. If you have it on your BSB,
It's very good on your BSB for many reasons, but that's one of them definitely.
initiative 10, which means you don't like it's before he even swings. So
Mm.
right, nice, nice. I'd say Gorgons, yes, 2 thumbs up. Get 2 of them. Don't get 3 of them. It's like a magical number of Gorgons you can get. All right, Thunder Pack. The fuck's the Thunder Pack? Large beast,
New
light
unit.
troop, scent of blood. Defensive, so resilience 5, light armor, 5 up armor. Thunder beast with the lash master. Okay, I see. A devastating charge plus 1 strength, AP terror. I'm gonna bitch on behalf of all lizard men. First and say, oh, hold on, the Taurosaur has terror. Never mind. All right. Harnessed impact hits D3 plus 1. Lightning reflexes, ruthless, blah blah blah. Garbage. Strength 4, strength 3. So it's a beast which has 5 up armor and
Yep.
3 wounds,
Yep.
toughness 5, and it hits strength 6, AP 3, obviously. Impact is D3 plus 1. So 30 points per wound on D5, 5 up armor. It looks alrightish. Oh,
I think
hold
they're
on,
very solid bees.
they're a bit slow. 610. So 7, 10 if they're charging. The
Charging
beast.
wounded things already.
Yeah, you don't always
Yeah.
charge wounded things though,
That's what I
right?
mean. Yeah, they're quite slow. Yeah.
Right. So
They're
this,
like they're kind of like Razor Tusks on steroids. Remember Big Tranter's favorite
uh, like,
units?
how are they different than Dread Knights though? They feel the same role, right? And you want to charge with them. When these
I
guys
suppose
charge,
they're not scoring, I guess.
so
But
they're worse than Dread Knights. Yeah, I think they're just worse than Dread Knights, in all honesty. I mean, they're more resilient against metal magic, and that's the only
they're more
bonus
resilient
they get.
against everything because you got 3 wounds of toughness 5. That's a lot. For that price.
Well, you've got 9 wounds, I guess. 9 wounds on 5 up armor, toughness 5, versus 5 wounds on toughness 3, 2 up armor. Yeah, I guess they are more resilient. Well, I'm not sold on these, but they do look like you can use a couple of them. Well,
I mean, the
one
impact
unit.
hits. If you think about these guys as like one crazy ass chariot, they do a lot of impact hits.
They do,
Even
they
if one
do.
of them
That's what I said. For 300, you get 3d3 plus 3 impact hits. So that's what 9 strength 6 impact hits. That's stronger than a
Yeah.
Taurosaur, like way stronger than a Taurosaur on the impact hits. So, yeah, might be. There might be some potential here. In all honesty,
Weird enough, I haven't seen them used yet. Anyway, I don't know why.
I
I guess because they're slow in an army that has very little range pressure, so
yeah,
people just don't let you impact them.
I think you need to bog down the opponent with your elves and then charge with these, but the elves are notoriously squishy with high output, which means there's no bogging down, right? Someone dies either way. And then the Thunderpike are just late to the party. Not sure. Not sold on them. They look strong, in all honesty.
They look like the kind of unit that if it gets undercosted, you're gonna see just like 18 Thunderpack dudes, and there's just too many wounds to take.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, I lost 10. I don't care. Fuck you then.
I will impact you eventually, and
Although, if you do manage to charge them, they are pretty bad.
they are very yeah.
Two,
I guess
two
that's the
attacks,
drawback.
2 strength 5 attacks does fuck all.
They technically have 4 attacks per model because you have the 2 Lash Masters.
Yeah,
per
but
model.
the strength 3,
Plus
AP
1 to
nothing.
wound.
Still AP nothing though.
Sure. Yeah.
And if you get 6, don't they? Just the Lash Masters at the back rank attack, so that's worse.
I don't think they're actually they're handlers. They're not.
It doesn't say handlers, right?
Oh, you're right. Yeah, yeah. It's just the Lash Masters. Yeah, that's right.
Those are harnessed, and it says, yeah, so just the Lash
Yeah,
Master. So
it
the
is.
other 3 dudes are just fucking nothing. They don't even contribute to impact hits. Which means you wouldn't get 18, you would get 12 probably, and run them 4 white.
Yeah.
In
probably.
case you
They are
use
small.
one.
They're 40 times 60. They're quite. In fact.
Oh yeah,
One
they're
and
not
5
50,
white,
75. Or 6 white.
Yeah.
Right, Raptor Chariot. Let's see how they costed these though, because those were always fun. Scent of Blood, 7/7, Swiss Stride, Heavy Armor. Removed the lance and gave them fuck all. They've got Lethal Strike. Oh, free lance. Okay, thanks. Or free cover. 190 points.
You got
Yeah,
a choice if
standard.
you're not how fine.
Yeah, standard, I think. Maybe you lost 200 points. Go to the Raptor Chariot for some reason. I think spend 100 more, get the Thunder Pack. Huh.
I mean, the chariots are single models. I do all those Thunderpacks light.
Thunder Pack look a lot better than Raptor Chariots.
I don't know, man. The
Like,
fact that I have
like do the lowest common denominator. We've got 4 Thunder Packs against 2 Raptor Chariots, right?
sure, so you get the 12 impact hits
From what?
versus from the Thunderpacks.
Uh,
I guess the strength 6. They're if they get the charge, they're incomparable actually.
Yeah. So assume that you get charged, and I think still Thunderpacks are better.
Yeah, I guess Chariots can't really get charged. Yeah.
Well, they've got Lethal Strike on the Raptor now, which is a good grindy thing.
I suppose in the Chariot you can always the benefit of single models is you can tack onto corners and just do a crit basically.
In all honesty, you can charge with the Thunderpack in a single model and still D3+1 impact hits on strength 6 is still
Yeah,
decent. No, with Thunderpacks existing, the only chance for Raptor Chariots to make it live if you've got exactly 200 points and you need a thingy, and there it is. Otherwise, I'd go Thunderpack all the way. They do the same thing. Thunderpacks are arguably more, definitely a lot more wounds, but arguably even harder to do wounds against. Do more when they charge, and take
the
more.
wounds are about even, but it's obviously per wound. That's per wound, whereas the Thunderpacks just have a lot more wounds.
Well, Thunderpack is like 30 points per wound. Raptor Chariot is like 50. So
Yeah.
I wanna say they're the same. Alright, so
Okay.
fuck Raptor Chariots, and then we'll go Divine Outer. Right. So Towering Presence, Aegis 5+, a bunch of Blades of Darak, blah blah blah. Much
So these have gone from being like that crazy ass model that does everything to just being a support piece that's quite cheap.
Yeah, let's see it then. Effigy of the Dread. The model gains not a leader and war platform and must be deployed in a friendly scoring infantry unit. Cool. It may never voluntarily leave or join another. Cool. In addition, during the melee phase, the model unit and enemy units in base contact with the model unit suffer -1 resilience. Models with the Crucible of Slaughter are not affected. Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, because it makes your toughness 3 elves toughness 2, which is who cares.
Well, no,
On-
it makes
on-
other elves toughness 2, and you don't need other elves. The models
But
unit.
you do. You have to deploy. You must be deployed within a friendly scoring.
All
unit.
models with Crucible of Slaughter. Also, it doesn't affect itself.
Yeah, but it affects all the elves around it.
Ah, that's fine. You don't give a fuck, right?
So it's basically +1 to wound again on the elves that already have +1 to wound.
So yeah, okay, and then you get the alchemy dude to take care of your one weakness, which would be armor, and
Yeah.
there you go.
And it packs decent attacks as well. So it has Blades of Darak.
Does it have impacts?
No,
No, it does not.
but it does have 6 attacks. So
Yeah, with AP 1, +1 to hit, and apparently plus a bajillion to wound, because you know,
Yeah.
blades,
I-
efficiency, -1 toughness, everything. Give a fuck it, man.
and
Just
yeah.
alright. Effigy of the
300
Dread. No, there's 200. Oh, the Crucible. See, this is some bullshit right there. Why would the effigy be free and at the top, and then the optional model
Yeah.
rules they have to be switched? I mean, it's just common
Yeah,
logic. That's fucking garbage, man. I thought the Crucible Slaughter was the free one. Anyway, for 100 points, it does some stuff. Cool. Effigy of the Dread. The model gains channel, fear, fearless, and unbreakable. Wow. The model cannot declare any charge nor perform pursue. Okay, there it is. And its advance rate in march are always 0. I.e., the model cannot perform any advanced march. Thanks for saying the same thing again. In addition, friendly units within 18 of the model gain fear. Enemies within 18 of the model cannot benefit from Rally the Flag. At the end of each friendly magic phase, the owner may discard up to 2 veil tokens to increase the range of the effigy by 3. Oh, see, that's interesting.
That's a weird little fear combo. Unfortunately, I think it's overcosted for what it is slightly.
I don't know. It brings its own channel.
Yeah, it brings a dice, which is worth about 150 points.
And it's 200 points for the whole thing, so I guess that's fine if you're magic heavy. And on the off chances that you can actually use the fear, and obviously you will, knowing that you have these things, it might be a good combo piece.
I mean, you will use it anyway because everybody gets fear within 18 inches of it anyway.
No, I mean there was this item, I think,
There was also the item that lets you, makes enemies reroll.
Uh,
Basically, yeah,
leadership.
and you get to reroll once to wound against when you cast fear or something. Doesn't matter. You do some combos, but whatever.
I think this is good, in all honesty. The Divine Altar. Hold on. Do the Gorgons cause fear? Okay, so
I mean, everything causes
I
fear.
know everything causes fear. Shut up, but it's
It's
double fear.
fully
Um,
fear.
well,
Yeah.
look. On the off chance that the enemy is within 18 and the Gorgon is not within 18, the Gorgon brings its own fear, so that's good.
Yeah, but then it doesn't get affected by the altar. So.
Yeah, but it has its own fear. The enemy gets affected, and the enemy cannot use rally around the flag for fear.
Okay. I think the biggest problem with this is it's 18 inches range, immobile unit in an aggressive army. So the enemy will just stay away from you, which it wants to do anyway. And you're gonna sit there.
Yeah, you're just gonna ignore this 200 points, but it's channel 3 for 200 points. It's kinda fine.
I think maybe if you're playing on a terrain light map, you'd bring it and you hide your like wizard on a horse behind it. Just hang out, maybe sometimes.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Alright, let's go with the Raiders.
It's not that tough, all in all.
It's not. Well, it has 5 wounds, ages 5. Oh, pardon, 6 wounds. It is tough, man. It is tough. There's like greater demon levels of tough when it comes to divination spells, for example.
Yeah, it's 5. But yeah, alright, fine. I'm
Alright.
looking forward to you bringing that because there's so many good ways to model this. Because you can bring it's immobile, so you can bring whatever the
Bring
fuck
a
you want.
fucking dildo and put it on the table, and
Yeah,
it's like
I mean,
effigy of dread.
definitely can be dreadful. Yeah.
Alright, Raiders, Black Cloaks, Hunting Bows, Light Troops, Scout Skirmisher, Hot Target, a bunch of rules that benefit no one, Poison Attacks, Ruthless Efficiency, Repeater, Handball. Never seen this unit, and I think I never will.
No, everybody takes the maximum amount of this.
Seriously?
It's chameleons on steroids because they have poison attacks at shooting as well. It's 2 shots with poison with AP1.
Are you sure Poison Attacks applies to
Yeah.
the Repeater Handball?
Yep.
I'm not sure it does, but
It definitely does.
why would it though?
Because it's not a cross combat only thing.
I think it is.
It's definitely not.
Right, can you open the goddamn core rulebooks and
I mean, I could, but I've already played against this in a bunch of events.
someone
And
lied
also,
to you?
it works the same way with goblin characters. The forest goblin characters have poison bows.
Yeah, but the Repeater Handballs aren't poison, are they?
No, but that's the point. The bow on a goblin, on a forest goblin character becomes poison. They have poison attacks.
Right.
Anyway, they have poison.
Eine Minute bitte. Let's see. Poison. Attacks. Close combat shooting. Okay. Fine. Fuck you. Alright, so then they're good. I agree, alright. Are they hard target? Yes. Light armor, so 6 up, toughness 3. Poison attacks hitting on 2s. Pardon on 3s. Move 4s. Okay, yeah, they're quite good. Quite good. Alright. So I'd say get you're right, maybe get 2 or 3 units of these.
Yeah. So they're more expensive than Chameleon Skinks, I think. Chameleon Skinks are like 135 for 5 or something. They're stupidly cheap. But they have AP1 on their shots, and they
If
have
they're
a better.
close. No, they don't.
Yeah, the handballs have AP1.
Oh, the handballs were AP1, yeah.
The range 12, literally same as Chameleons. They're slightly slower, which makes it different.
You don't. Oh, they do have scouts. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay. Black cloaks. Big thumbs up. Right. Let's see if the hunting chariot is cheaper than the repeater battery. What does it do? Hunting bows, swift stride. Cool that they have the hunting bows on the chariot.
Same
Light
as the
armor. Sorry.
Black cloaks had a hunting bolus as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. But you really don't want them.
I
Maybe
mean,
you do. Maybe you
the
do.
pet weapons definitely go
Paired
in.
weapons, offensive 5, strength 4 with efficiency. So yeah, maybe you do sometimes.
Strength 3, but yeah,
No, I meant with the thingy.
with the efficiency. Yeah.
Right, so hunting chariot, light armor, so 4 up armor, toughness 4 for wounds, lightning reflexes, light lance, harness, impact hits d6, dragon's bane harpoon. Okay, let's see it. Shooting weapons, strength 1 shot, strength 6, AP 10. So it's a ballista, multiple wounds d3, quick to fire reload, model with towering presence that has lost 1 or more health points due to an attack, loses fly and swift stride. It doesn't reduce movement anymore, so basically it's the same thing. It lost lethal, it lost strength 1 strength, but it gained 6 AP. Might be a bit of a nerf, but I think it's fine because it got stronger in close combat because of the hunting bows and ruthless efficiency on the
I
light
haven't
lances.
seen many of these around, but I think they're decent. I think they're overshadowed by a bunch of other things.
They're all overshadowed probably by the ballistas, which we'll see next. Because range
I
80 means that the thing that you're trying to shoot can charge you afterwards.
I think the ballistas is notably worse personally, but
Well, let's see. Repeater battery, war machine, that bow thrower, 3 up, range 24, shots 8, strength 5, AP2. Note that the model can move and shoot. Thank you for noting it. So it's movement 5.
yeah.
And it doesn't have a single strength high AP, high strength attack. Although
It's
strength
got
5 AP2 is decent.
It's got good output, but it's on a round base and it's not very long range. And that is a bad combination.
It is. So basically the ballistas, you have them on the hunting chariots now. And the repeater battery just has 1. Okay. Well, I can see that if they want to move the Dread Elves away from being shooty-ish style.
Yep.
And make the repeater kind of a shitty organ gun in close range, and then use hunting chariots to have that AP10 thingy. Alright, I'm done with it. Let's see the monsters. This is why we're here, right? Kraken, distracting hard target, hatred against gigantic and large, multiple wounds day 3, where you use your hatred. Yay. Goes to Predator. Well, the center of the model's oh my god, base is inside the water terrain feature. It gains devastating charge and hard target. If the general is a Beastmaster, get the Colossal Kraken for 50 points. Gains 2 HP, 2 additional Lash Masters. Oh, there's Lash Masters in there, and his base size is changed. There's some Lash Masters in there. Who the fuck cares? Why would they have Lash Masters?
Just to hit other monsters, to be fair. It's good.
Why? There's strength 3.
Yeah, but they have +1 to wounds. So
Oh my god, you're right, actually. Fuck. So, alright. I've never used Krakens before. I think that the same as before. 4 attacks, D3 wounds, so the output is from 0 to 12 wounds. Which is, I guess hatred helps a little bit, right?
Hatred is good, yeah.
Strength 7 AP 3 basically goes through all the toughness and all the armor of other monsters. So if this gets another monster, it's gonna fuck him up. Unless it's a Hydra, which can regen the attacks, right? Okay, let's go to the Hydra.
Well, hold on. The Kraken's got one of the best things in the game, right? 'Cause he's got this Ghost of Predator thing, which lets you go into a puddle and be -2 to hit in shooting, and then very high charge range.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have Strider water. So if somebody charges you in the water, you could break.
And you're not steadfast, like, oh fuck, I'm out of here. No, it's just like you put a water in. Like, it'd be cool if it brought its own water feature at least, right? You can put it in the center and it's like, this is my water feature. This is a Kraken lives here. It's like a knee-deep puddle, but the Kraken lives in there. Okay, fine. I don't can't see why they even put this rule in all honesty.
For fun. That's, you know,
Yeah, but
literally for fun.
I
This
guess.
it's one of these rules that you're gonna forget until in some really important game somebody's gonna declare a 12-inch charge.
Or when on where there's seven of the ETC maps have just lakes in the middle of them, right? With krakens in them, like multiple krakens in them. It's like, well, we're playing hold the center, and the center is a lake, and there's three krakens in the lake. So
They, they're nice and cheap, so
the fuck am I supposed to do, man? uh, I don't like them, in all honesty. I think they die easily.
they seem better than a giant in a lot of ways. So
Well, a lot of things seem better than a giant. Let's check the Hydra out.
yeah.
So first thing I see, Fortitude is 5 up now, which is fucking garbage. Breath attack strength 3, which is garbage. It has poison attacks, which is nice, I guess. And 2 Lash Masters just for someone to forget their. I can imagine it's like I'll do the attacks with the Hydra, it does nothing, and you're like, come on, Lash Masters, come on. That's why I have you. And
I
they
mean,
do nothing.
they're supposed to go first, I suppose. So
Oh, that's even worse. People are just gonna forget them then.
so
Alright, so cut 1 off. For each successful fortitude roll of a natural 6, the model discards another simultaneously suffered wound. If there aren't enough simultaneously suffered, oh my god, wounds
They
to
gain
disregard, the
health
model immediately recovers 1 hit point instead. It gains a hit point. Yay. But
I mean,
it's
better than gaining because it disregards it. So that's combat res down the first.
exactly, that's the thing. Only if it's simultaneously suffered, which means same initiative step.
It's a solid deal.
I think they could have left it recovers 1 wound and then the combat res. Like, I think a lot of Hydra players would happily take the combat res as just in order to read 1 sentence less from their profile. I'd happily do it. It's like, yeah, okay, I recovered 1 health point. I don't even care about the combat res anymore, because recovered 1 health point. Alright, and then Rage. Whenever the model loses health point, it gains attack points. When it gains health point, it suffers attack value.
Okay.
I'm a bit conflicted.
It's a giant thing.
It's
It's more expensive than it was, right?
Sorry?
They were. They're slightly more expensive than they were, right? Or are they cheaper now?
They are more expensive by a little bit. Fortitude 5 up is a bit garbage. The cut 1 off also is a bit garbage because you might get really lucky at some point, and that kind of screws up the good. Like, if you're a decent general, you should take like averages, and like, my Hydra can hold this, my Hydra can do that, and sometimes the Hydra is just gonna explode. You're gonna do 3 wounds. She's gonna roll 2 6s for regen, and at the end of the day she'll beat you by static and recover 1 wound, right? And you're like, Jesus, fuck this. Honestly, it's like the abomination coming back to life.
It's like demons, just basically, just like mirrored scales hoarders, where if you didn't
Yeah,
attack
but that's the thing. Yeah, exactly. If you didn't attack, it would have been better. Um, and I think it's a source of frustrations for the opponent of the demon elf, and sometimes for the demon elf, because you're like, oh man, I know what the Hydra does. She's got 6 health points. If none of the fire attacks are, if none of the attacks are fire, statistically she's got 7 hit points, right? Because of the 6 regens, you're gonna roll 1 6. But sometimes this gets skewed really, really far. And dropping the fortitude from 5 up to 4 up, I think just give 4 up fortitude and leave this cut 1 off bullshit somewhere else.
It's flavor. It's flavor. I enjoy it. I think it's good.
Meh. And then what we see, the breath attack is nerfed, although the AP is increased, which is, I
It's
guess,
buffed against cavalry, which was, I guess, a weakness of the when you can't stomp things. So it's fine.
buffed against cavalry, nerfed against infantry, but you're good against infantry.
Got
Uh,
poison attacks.
Poison
Nice.
attacks makes it a bit better against other monsters.
Yep.
But, oh, check this shit out. Defense and offense has been nerfed by 1.
Was it 5 before?
It was 5 before. 5 means that you get to fight other monsters with +1 to hit almost always. Which you're losing now. 4 is still pretty good. Most monsters are 3, right? Obviously outside of the
They gained. Did he? How many hit points did he have before? It was on 5.
5,
Right?
yeah, it gained the
Now
hit
it's
point.
gained the hit point. So.
Well, it got, I think on average it has the same,
About
yeah, it has the same survivability. At the moment, I'd say it has 7 hit points on 5 upload save. The previous one had 5 hit points on 4 upload saves. So I guess it gained 8, 8.2 hit points versus 7.5 hit points. So it's, yeah, I guess slightly tougher. I just think it went with a bad, towards a bad direction with cut 1 off. That's the only thing I dislike. It might make for a fun game sometimes. It's like, what'd you do to that Hydra? Well, I did 11 wounds and it's still up. Right?
Yeah.
Saved 4 of them on 6s, which means it's basically on 14 wounds now with the ones that they're saved. So, right. I don't. I'll be fielding my Hydras first chance I get.
They're solidly good. Like they used to have 7 attacks, I think. Now they have 5 with rage, but they also have the 2 lash masters, which I know you don't rate them, but they do contribute a little bit of damage.
Well, they are 1 strength less. Actually, they are.
They're notably worse. 'Cause they have
They're
no
notably
AP.
worse. Yeah.
But they're there. I mean, the rage helps to the Hydra to get through, so it's likely to get shit before it does anything.
Or if someone attacks you and you heal, and it's like, oh man, I was gonna one shot you definitely. Now I can't because I lost my attacks.
Just calm down when somebody hits you sometimes.
Yeah. All right, and let's see the Miss Leviathan.
So, backstory to this is when they announced it. This is the angriest I've ever been at a 9th Age announcement, because they took this book and they were like, the Dread Elf book has no centerpieces, so we're gonna introduce a new model on a 100 square base.
Great.
And I was like, there's dragons in this book. What the fuck are you talking about? Just, since when are dragons not a centerpiece? So this made me angry conceptually, like immediately before it even existed.
All right, and then I think we read some spoilers about it, and
It's changed a fair bit, yeah.
and it got us even angrier because it's like 260 points to transport 200 points worth of elves. It's like the deal of the century.
Oh yeah, they have changed it. Thankfully.
All right. Let's go through it. So we've got a gigantic beast, 100 by 100, ground 2/4, so obviously it flies. 714. It has under the cover of mists, which is a rule. So 8 wounds, toughness 5 with destructing, no for the defenses. And let's see, a Miss Leviathan has 2d3 strength 4 AP 3 attacks. So okay, obviously everything is in the special rule because everything else is absolute total hot garbage.
I disagree actually.
Wow.
Weirdly enough, because it's so cheap. It's 260 points for a monstrous flyer with stomps, with 8 attacks. He's got 4 lash masters.
It's strength 4 stomps though, right?
It is
AP 3 though, so
but it's also
fuck
8
your
attacks
full armor guys, right?
8 attacks total for 260 point flying monster, which causes terror as usual and all this kind of crap. So I think it's worth it just on a cost basis.
Well, wow, goddamn, 240 points, 260 divided by 8 is 30 points per wound.
Yeah.
No, that's bad. 30 points for toughness 5, nothing. Oh, it has destructing.
Distracting. Nothing.
It's kind of nothing.
I think it's alright. It's interesting, and it has the fart rule.
All right, let's see the under the cover miss rules because I haven't seen it yet. So, when determining deployment zone in case of a tie, oh my god, the player whose army contains one or more missed leviathans may decide which player chooses their deployment zone instead of running again. Roll again if both armies contain
So
leviathans.
one time in 6 that lets you go first.
Alright, hold on. When I have to read it again because I didn't focus. When determining deployment in case of a tie, the player whose army contains one or more missed leviathans may decide which player chooses the deployment instead of running again. So that's right at the start of the game. If both of you roll 5, you get like I've got a missed leviathan, so I decide. And then the other guy says I've got a missed leviathan too, and then you roll again. Okay. In addition, at the start of the owner's first player turn, friendly infantry units within 8 inches of one leviathans may choose to set their march rate to 14 out of 10. If so, they lose marching through. The effect lasts until the end of the player turn. When calculating combat scores, the combat score bonus of friendly charging models within 8 inches of Leviathan is +2 instead of +1. Ugh, such a mess.
There's a lot of little rules that add up to a quality model that's overly complicated.
Which is super big, super centerpiecey, super cheap because it does barely anything.
A bunch of random shit, yeah. It's like this is very, very at home in an orc and goblin army where you have just a big thing
Oh yeah.
that does a bunch of random bullshit, and sometimes some of that bullshit procs. Like 1 in 6 games, you get to go first.
Dude,
You know,
I can imagine playing against this without knowing the rule. So you see this 100 by 100 piece. As you said, it can be a fucking ghost ship with a kraken on it as a model, and the opponent is like, "Oh my god, what the hell? How am I supposed to deal with it?" And he starts shooting at him, and you do like 4 wounds. He's like, yeah, that was surprisingly easy. How many wounds is it? 8. Oh my god, it's 8 wounds. It's coming right towards me. And then he reaches your like knights, and you're like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? And then they hold because he does nothing in close combat. Super big, super menacing, and he does fuck all. And you're like, oh, is that it? That's your like centerpiece model. How many points is that? Then the Dark Elves like 260, and you're like, well, that's not true at all. Show me the fucking book, man.
Something went very wrong in the design of this thing.
Yeah, I think this is just like the manifestation of disappointment. Is the Miss Leviathan. There's so much potential. I mean, how can you call a Leviathan like a Leviathan? Alright, I'm gonna Google a fucking Leviathan here for the stream. Images. Like, look at that shit. A Leviathan is basically a Kraken on steroids. Like, there's a picture of Godzilla here and fucking Cthulhu things. What was Kraken? And there's a dopey looking octopus. Obviously, if you want to fight something and someone asks you, you get to fight a Kraken or a Leviathan, most people are gonna be like, well, Leviathans are insanely powerful, so Kraken, please.
This was made of mist, so.
Alright, okay. Made of mist. Is there any specification of the material of the Kraken? Or are we just gonna default to natural leather and flesh?
It lives in a puddle.
I guess it's made of mist. That's why it's distracting and not hard target. Okay, that makes sense. It's made of mist. Alright. Kraken v Leviathan. I can't even spell Leviathan.
The Kraken is double distracting though, so that makes up for it basically.
There's a
double hard target.
When it's in water.
When it's in water, yeah.
Yeah, this is super disappointing. I think, as you're right, they dropped the ball on that. Because the first time we saw it, we were like, this is a transport tank for Dark Elves, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
and I mean,
the 40k rules of exactly a ship of elves, like boarding and dismounting and just like yay.
you can see the thought process because under the cover of myths is one rule that has three rules that have nothing to do with each other at all.
Yeah,
You can see the thought process of like, we have a thing. What should we make it do? Okay, it's not quite good enough. It can't be any cheaper because if you took away under the cover of myths and took away 20 points from this model, it's probably better
oh yeah,
because there's
I
a
think
certain
definitely.
certain point in which a flying monster which has stomps
And
and
8 hit
terror
points and
and 80
toughness
points
5.
in terror is
Yeah,
good enough because if you took
just a
away
giant with no club.
if you took away 50 points, it would be chaff.
Right, yeah, that's true. It's like,
I mean,
what do you use for chaff? Just 2 missed leviathans. They're a
yeah,
100 by 100, they can chaff fucking everything. It's like,
I mean,
hold on, that's like my fast cavalry is
steam bombers,
200 points. Yeah.
the bomber copters are like 210, so yeah, that does right.
In this very book, the chaff piece is 200 points.
Yeah, it's 155 for harpies. So for 100 extra points, you get to cast the magical farts, and you get to be a monster,
But
basically.
the other the other thing, obviously 100 by 100 is not really chaff, because you can't. You've got what is it, 100 millimeters? That's like 6 inches, is it?
No, four inches.
4 inches and one. So you chaff it, but then your army is at least 5 inches away, just because of the footprint. I mean, this dude can fly over most blocks, so it's not really chuff, even if it was, right?
No,
He can't
yeah.
stand in the back like harpies and then go in the front. He's gotta be like, there's no room here.
No, I mean, realistically, if you forget the if forgetting the march rule, which is handy, if you take, I would take Leviathan because you chuck it down one flank, you'd cause terror test with it, flying on random things. And when you get into combat, you have +2 combat res, and you cause fear. So you just cause so much trouble by just being in the flank of an army with this thing.
Fucking, why not get 2 of them, right?
I guess because like I don't know, 'cause you need
Because
big
there's
things
not enough
active.
board on the game, right? To put 2 Miss Leviathans.
But the ability to roll off to the side, the roll off, it happens 1 in 6 games, so that's pretty decent.
Yeah, but how? It is quite. I don't know. It's not really that impactful, I think. The
It's okay.
deployment
No,
zone.
none of the look. It's a 260-point model that does like 7 things, all of them badly. So none of them are very
He has
impactful.
4 Lashmasters. That's like worth
Yeah,
at least 40 points.
it's got 8 attacks. It's got stomp. It's distracting. It can protect if you get like a Lord or a Chimera, like a
Yeah,
Guild
it
and
can
a
it can
Manticore.
stand behind 2 Miss Leviathans and no one can see him, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's a walking wall.
It's
So
a
yeah.
walking wall. Right, so let's do this. 260 points. Remove mists, get 30 points discount. Remove the 4 Lashmasters, get 40 points discount. Get
I
190
mean, that's
points.
that's already broken. 190 points for a monstrous flyer that causes terror is already bent, right?
And 8 hit points.
And 8 hit points, yeah.
Fly 714, it's not even slow. Oh man, how is this a centerpiece? The thing that you said that made you angry makes me even more angry. It's like, it's gonna be a cool centerpiece and then it's gonna do nothing. Like, the rules are not gonna reflect what it is on the table. I think this 260 points with all these rules should be fit at, like, on a chariot base, right? Because it's
That makes
basically
it better,
a,
technically.
a little boat. Because this has the rules of a little boat. Toughness 5, yeah, 8 hit points. Strength 4, and 4 dudes on it. So yeah, exactly a chariot, little boaty thing. It might be like you can get a conversion from a fishing boat, and it's like this my Miss Leviathan. Why is it on a hundred on a by 100 base? Cause fuck you, I need water around the boat to move.
I guess the reason he probably wouldn't take many is because they're part of the menagerie, so it's Hydras or Leviathans.
Or Krakens, don't forget the
Or
Krakens.
Kraken. One of each. Yeah.
One of
You
each.
know, Hydra's fire, Kraken's water, and
And Leviathan is a fucking boat.
yeah, in the boat. Just
I don't know,
every
but you can see the other place is the thought process, because we saw the spoiler for the Leviathan, and it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
you get to transport elves, and here's like someone said, just we can't do that. It's too complicated with
Elves
putting
now transport
units, and
themselves.
then if the but what happens if the boat gets destroyed? Well, DT is for the elves. Like, nah, man, just fuck it. Give him March 14. I don't care. Just give him March 14, and they just move with the Leviathan. But they're not in it. I don't care. Just give him March 14, and we're done with the rule. It's like a concept at the moment, I think.
Yeah,
Th-
it's
they should put more shit on it, and increase the points. Because as you said, at the moment, the most alluring thing of this Miss Leviathan is that it's what was it? 30 points for a toughness 5 destructing monster.
yeah cheap. It's cheap, very cheap. Giants are
30 points
usually
per hit point. I mean.
giants tend to be high 200s, and when you get them like the basic gear, they end up being over 300.
Mm,
This is a flying giant in a lot of ways.
mm. Shittier strength, but who cares? It's just there
Yep.
to be, not to hit things, but to go after like war
Squishy.
machines, casters, bunkers, and shooters, right?
Yep.
Infantry as well, actually. Strength 3 infantry. Even strength 4, you'll be fine against it.
Yeah. So yeah,
Do you have that website where we get to make a list? Do you remember what it was?
new recruit. Um,
So I want to
new
try
recruit.
newrecruit.eu. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Uh, I want to try to build a list of the new Dark Elves. Do you think they have them in there?
Yeah, they do.
Okay. Obviously not the list, but the interesting bits, right? Uh, so basically, we're gonna start with how many Hydras can we fit. The Menagerie Hydra create 1, 2, 3 units, and and we've got 150 points left.
So yeah, cool.
We
Two
can,
gorgons.
no, hold on. We'll remove one Hydra and put 2 Leviathans.
Wise. Doing all the monsters in.
There we go. 2 Leviathans, 2 Hydras. Let's go with the Gorgons. Those were special, I think. Yep. 1, 2, and then Raiders get the. Whoops, not Raiders. Destroyers get 1, 2, 3 hunting chariots. But you know what? It doesn't look too bad at the
No,
moment.
it's fine.
Because everything is cheap as tits, and you got 2 Gorgons, 2 Hydras, 2 Leviathans. Already this looks like a 4,000 list anywhere else, right? 4 monsters, 3 shooting chariots, and 2 Gorgons. Right,
Okay.
let's do the core. So we want Legion Auxiliaries, a unit
Yeah.
of, fuck it, 15 with
Just
musician,
musicians,
yeah.
definitely.
And then copy that to make it twice. Let's see. Boom.
There's a replicate button.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then another unit. So obviously, if we're going so high on, uh, is it obvious? I was thinking, what are we gonna do with the core? Let's make it simple. Let's make it. Oops, not that. Hold on.
I think you need one unit of tempo dudes. It's gonna make your custom easier.
I think with this list we want to go with the master caster. Master
Okay,
caster.
fine. Master caster. All right,
Yeah.
fine.
So I'm gonna go with, I guess, Dread Legionnaires, just to see what we can do. So max we can get 40 with the works, and then we need banner enchant. So, oh, damn it. 5 points off. I think I don't even know what Cat Karen's pennon was, but it's the most expensive banner, so I'm fucking getting it. Let's see. Scent of Blood, a Swift Strider. Yeah, fuck it. Save. And then get 1 extra archer.
No, just yeah, fine.
I'll fix it later. I mean, it's 1125 we need.
Yeah.
And then we need 2 characters. So first, well, maybe 3. We want a caster, Warlock Outcast, with, and I think not evocation. Oh my god, these spots are terrible.
That's part of the balancing of the Warlock is not that impactful. Because Knowledge is pretty decent. It's just quite flexible.
It's, I wanna change things then. So we need Temple Legate, obviously.
Okay.
The way I see it, even with minimum, what's it called? With minimal investment, he gets better than the other caster. So we're gonna remove the Dread Legionnaires and, as you said, put the Temple Militants.
Yep.
Get them
That's how everything ends
up there,
really.
which is kind of disappointing, isn't it? And
yeah, at the moment the balance isn't quite.
fuck it, we'll get Rending Banner. What was this one? Scent of Blood and Swiss Strike.
I mean, you potentially have space for another unit of things.
No, we'll get this, I think. Then we've got the Temple Legate with Warsmith.
You don't need the running banner, yeah, exactly. So that's fine.
Yeah, I don't need the Rending Banner with Alchemy. Obviously, we need. Hold on, we can have a second one of these, right? Into
No.
that unit.
Are you dropping the outcast completely?
Yes. I really dislike the amounts of things he got, but I'm going to get this one, Kieran Scales. Although, do I need it? What are my targets? Yeah, I'm gonna take it on the Temple Legate, just to have.
I think your Temple Legate wants to get other equipment, to be honest. Realistically. You want to get him the armor, definitely.
You're right. Let's start with that.
And
Essence of Mithril, right?
Yeah, Essence of Mithril.
What else do we have?
And you only have 50 points more, so you either want to get him the Gorgon. You probably want to get the Gorgon banner if he's the PhD.
He's not my BSB because I upgraded him to a Warsmith, and you can have both.
So in that case, probably the weapon.
Which weapon?
The lacerating touch, unless you're making like an angry cowboy or something.
I don't need to make an angry cowboy with this unit. I need him to be. Which one's the lacerating touch? This one?
The one that gives +2 AP and +2 attack.
Oof, that sounds powerful.
Although that's a bad idea. Sped weapons only, so probably not.
No, I think just leave it. Essence of Mithril, and then possibly get Karen Scales.
I do think that banner is really good.
Which banner? Which banner? Yeah, but it doesn't matter, does it?
It's not the same guy, yeah.
Right. And then can he be your? What's his leadership? Is it 9?
Outcast can't be leaders.
No, fuck Outcast. The Legate.
Yeah, his leadership 9.
Temple Legate. Right, and then I think we definitely need a BSB, right?
Yeah.
Which has to be. So it can be a Temple Legate or a Legion. Oh, Legion Legate, 150 points, definitely. Does it have professional courtesy?
No.
No, cool. So we can put him in the big unit. So create this guy with PSB with what was the fear banner? Eye of the Gorgon.
Yeah.
Cool, because we've already have 2 Gorgons, so that's, and I think just a shield.
Do you not want him a bit tougher, just so he doesn't die?
How are you gonna make him a bit tougher?
Willow's Ward and thingy. Alchemist Alloy, just +2 armor.
So Alchemist Alloy, right? And shield. You can put him a Kraken's height even.
Oh yeah, good.
And
That's 2 up then.
and
Shield enchant Willow's Ward.
where is the shield? Oh, there we go. 5, 15, 45, 55. Cool.
So he's 2 up. Apparently.
He is 4 up, 3 up, 2 up. Yeah, that's decent.
He's got heavy armor, yeah? Somewhere?
Probably. Let's see. Melee weapons, protection. I think he comes with heavy armor.
Quite possibly. Just check.
Otherwise, what kind of shitty garbage
he-
elf are they trying to pull on me?
Yeah, he comes with heavy armor.
Right, so that's him then.
Yeah.
Although he seems a bit expensive, in all honesty. Oh, it's because 50 points for the thingy. Right. How are we on points? Right. I think first off we need to
I think
increase.
you need an oracle.
An oracle.
I mean the main wizard master thing.
Outcast.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think we need warlocks.
But you only have 1 spell so far, right?
No, we've got
2
3 of them.
2 spells. Oh no, yeah, you're right. You got 3 of them.
3 of them.
Sure.
And the acolytes should take care of the other.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, 5 spells. Okay.
So, we've got 150 points. Now, the big question is, obviously we've invested into this unit. Temple Legate, Legion Legate, and Temple Militants. Which is kind of fine because the characters are really, really cheap. You've got a BSB and a general. I don't think you even need much of a general in this list, because things shouldn't panic that easily. Do you know, I dislike that I don't have a Beastmaster.
Can you fit 1 in?
I think I can. Can it be a BSB?
No. It has to be a cowboy or
Oh,
something.
I obviously can, but I have to start dropping Miss Leviathans.
I guess not.
Sorry?
I guess not then. Is it important to have PSB? Can you make your legate general because it's bugging me that it's giving me an error.
Temple Legate.
Yeah. Need to
Yeah,
the
yeah,
box.
fair enough. So we've got magic sorted. I mean, this is pretty balanced. The only thing that we're missing, as I said, is a Beastmaster. How important is it? Minimize rolls and maximize stomps. And minimize stomps, which we don't care about, in all honesty, because our Hydra should be eating up other monsters. We have hunting chariots to hunt other monsters ish, and Miss Leviathans to just be difficult.
Yeah.
No honesty, I think we can drop a hunting chariot.
And get what?
The Beastmaster. I want to build 2 things. I want to build the powerful Dread Prince, just to see if we can build a powerful Dread Prince, and a semi-powerful Beastmaster. So if we make the world's toughest Dread Prince, how are we gonna equip him? Obviously, we want him on an Elven horse, I would think.
No, Raptor probably.
He gets slower on a Raptor.
It does, but it's two lethal strike attacks and an extra piece of armor.
Yeah, that's the thing, if you need the extra piece of armor. Because the elven horse is +2 movement, I think,
It is, yeah.
which is big. I mean, the mount should be a delivery system for the guy that we're building if we manage to build him. So let's keep it the elven horse for now. Put him on. Might be on Destiny's Call to make him cheap. No, that's a bad idea. So give him a grey weapon, enchanted with crippling frost, because that's the most expensive shit we can think of. Obviously get the Moith's mirror, and I think that's it. I think the Dread Prince is a bust. He's super good in duels, and that's about it. Okay, fuck it. Not gonna waste my time then. With the Dread Prince. Let's make Beastmaster on Manticore. So Beastmaster comes with heavy armor.
I think the Manticore is part of your monster allowance, though.
That's fine. I immediately know what I can remove,
Yeah.
right? So he comes on a Manticore, obviously with a shield, because strength 4. What can he get? I think a lance would be the best one, and that's
I
not
think
even.
it's noteworthy, by the way, you can take a dragon and 2 Mist Leviathans. That's 3 flying
I
monsters.
don't think Miss Leviathan is that crucial to any build, right? So, as we said, we want Moithir's mirror, right? On this dude. If we manage to get him to 2 up armor.
I think you don't. Unfortunately, you're right. You want to take. You're either gonna take Moisty's mirror, so 5 up, and then Buzzled Infusion, so +1 armor and 5 up ward.
Yep.
Or you're gonna take just Living Plate, just +1 armor and 4 up ward.
Right. No, I think we'll go with the Basalt Infusion.
Okay.
And then you need a shield. You've got a shield. So at the moment we are 5 up, 4 up, 3 up, 2 up. And I don't think we can improve it further.
No, Manticores generally don't go to 1 up.
Yeah. When it comes to weapons, we can put the lance with the. Hold on. Let's see one of the cheaper options. There was some. Well, we obviously want the shield. Oh, there it is, Transcendence. Ugh, it's such garbage. Right, don't want Transcendence. Army's over budget by 1 Miss Leviathan. It's not even that. The Beastmaster, Manticore, Shield, Basalt Infusion. I don't think you need a Beastmaster. It's kinda cheap though.
It costs as much as a Hydra.
It costs like a Hydra. Yeah,
But
how?
then if you build the same thing with it, why do you want the Beastmaster specifically? Just
I
to
don't know, just for the Beastmaster synergy, because we've got 4 monsters.
to have.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. You've got 4 monsters, a Beastmaster should be there to be a master.
I mean, you're gonna end up dropping one of those monsters
For the Beastmaster.
Yeah.
And more, I think. Question is, okay, fuck this guy. There's no question about it. We're just getting the good shit and Miss Leviathans. Basically, we're getting the good things from the army and see if we can mash them together.
I think at this point you can probably fit a unit of harpies in.
100. I
55
don't think
yeah.
we can.
I think you can because your core is like 9 points.
Oh, what about Black Cloaks?
They are 160.
No, as in them over harpies.
Yeah, I mean they cost more than the harpies. Yeah. I think if you're gonna take Black Cloaks, it's worth taking all 3. You know?
Well, obviously we don't need 3 hunting chariots. In all honesty.
Sure.
Or you can get 40 of them. Oh, not 40. Right, I'm getting ahead on raiders. So,
The Raiders is your core shooting.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think it's fine at the moment. So 5 Black Cloaks, 5 Black Cloaks, 2 Hunting Chariots, 2 Hydras, 2 Leviathans, 2 Gorgons. It's like ordering a McDonald's order for 2 people. 2 units of Legionnaires. Well, we can obviously improve here a little bit. And then basically no characters. And everything is expendable except your big unit. And possibly your Warlocks.
So bumping up the Warlocks for like an extra model is probably a good idea.
Probably, yeah.
Shift points around.
Haha, 20 points less, which there's literally nowhere we can get them from, except from here, for example, but that's fine. What do you think of this?
It looks fine. So I think I haven't seen the Gorgons in play. I don't think people quite have seen their power, and I've been banging on the Mr. Leviathan drum, but I haven't played Dark Elves, and nobody's taking me up on it. So I've seen it in play once as a support piece, but I haven't seen the two. They're just on their own doing the thing.
Oh, I used to play 3 of them, which is you can lose one easily.
I meant the Leviathans. Obviously, the Gorgons now are. The Gorgons are. I haven't seen in play at all.
You know what? Same. I mean, there's a lot of things that I'd like to take on their own. I think that they're fine. The Thunder Pack, I'd like to have 2 of them. But obviously that's a different list. I think. Hold on, Thunder Pack versus Leviathan. Isn't Thunder Pack infinitely better?
No, it doesn't fly, man.
I mean, stop thinking about flying. If you don't need to fly over a thing if you can kill it, right?
Just fly through it.
Yeah. 290 points for 9 toughness 5 wounds. And this is 260 points. And you know what? I think in our original thing, the Leviathans. Well, it's an experiment, so 1 Leviathan and 1 Gorgon, I think. Not Gorgon, what's it called? Thunderpack. They have literally no upgrades to choose from. And army is over budget by 50 points.
Dum.
Yeah, champion go down. And whatever, 18 points will remove something. Like Eye of the Gorgon is not necessary.
Eye of the Gorgon's very good. Just it's fine. Put the Leviathan back in. He was the key. The key to make.
Was it the key? Alright. Key Leviathan, remove Thunderpack.
He needs his friend. Who come in
Okay,
pairs.
there we go. This is a unit. Now I see the Legion Auxiliaries a little bit out of place because their special shooting rule does only works on the Temple Militants, right? No,
But
not even them.
No, it works on each other. The only works on each other basically.
So you have them there for nothing.
No, they're really solid shooters for that point.
Yeah, but wouldn't in this list wouldn't you get Corsairs or something like that?
They're not scoring. Is the problem. So you want.
Oh,
you
right,
need
right.
that-
You need 3 scoring. Yeah, you're right. You want to win with the other things, and then the auxiliaries to grab some
Big-
stuff
big
on
goal.
the along the way.
Yeah.
This looks garbage. This list looks like hot garbage. Everything is nice, and I don't see it working together. Yeah, it's just. So tell me what happened in the tournaments you've played against Dark Elves.
I played 3 games.
Right.
3 games. Okay. 1 loss, 1 draw, and 1 win. Basically, they're very vulnerable to being shot at, even if you don't have a lot of shooting. They're shooting in magic, so I kept away from them. 1 game they got in my face, and it got bad.
Well,
One
this
game.
unit, the militants probably.
The game I lost to Hughes. He had a combination of everything. So he had 1 Leviathan, 2 boxes of militants. He had a prince on some sort of mount in Warlocks.
Mm-hmm.
Quite cool. And just a bunch of different things. And I killed half of them. The other half got into me, and then they won objectives. So I think I lost about 15-6 or something like that. So I killed a bunch of stuff, that lost objective and some points. I played Marcus once, and he had 4 infantry blocks. So that was the list I was kind of talking about. 2 units of Temple Militants, 2 units of Judicars, Black Cloaks, um, 2 units of Warlocks as well, quite
Mm-hmm.
big Warlocks. And I managed to kill all his stuff basically before he got into me, really.
Huh.
He got in the end, but it was very like dregs of elves coming in. And one game recently that ended in a draw, which was again a lot of infantry build, did a bunch of other things. What happened there? We drew objective, we traded a bunch of points. That was it.
All
Are you
right.
trying to do the double militants?
Yeah, because not gonna even equip him, because I don't see a point in having 2 shooting units. I think this is stronger. If you remove the Warlocks,
You only have 2 scoring units, that's a bit of a problem.
is it? No, it's not, man. Fuck it. When is it a problem?
When you want to score things, I guess.
Well, if there's no units on the opposite side of the army, people tend to give up 20-0. So by turn 3 or 4.
That's one approach, yeah.
Yeah, but those chicks are naked. 30 naked women and 30 naked women, led by a nakeder woman, and then just some garbage along the way. I don't know. Definitely gonna try something later on.
There's more to be optimized, but I think the fact that there's so many single model units that are quite decent and relatively cheap opens up the game quite a lot.
Yeah.
So I think weirdly, most armies tend to build their character selection kind of by default, and then they optimize the other stuff. These guys are the other way around. The character selection is quite a lot of tough decisions because they don't neatly fit together.
Yeah,
And
that's
then,
true. That's true.
so the bit that you left for last in that list, the last 2,000 points of core and characters needs quite a lot of thinking to optimize.
Well, that's if you want the Hydras and the Gorgons. I'm not sold on the Miss Leviathans, as I said. I think in an aggro list you want the hunting pack over Miss Leviathans.
I think one Leviathan is very good, especially if you're running the temple unit, because it does mean you get all the stuff that it does, all the little things come into play for you. You want to be first because you don't want to be shot, so that helps you. That you want the extra 4 inches march because you want to be in somebody's face. You want the extra combat res score for various things charging.
Yeah, I guess.
And you want the body, and you want the fact that it can shield other things. So all the things that it does slightly badly, at least all of them work for you. So
Yeah, you're right. One Miss Leviathan, definitely. I think the second one is absolutely unnecessary, but
one for sure. Shame that you can't take 3 Hydras and 1 Leviathan, right? But
never try that. Oh, I did try that. Of
One,
course, that's the first thing I tried.
2 Hydras and a Leviathan is probably correct.
2 Hydras and a Leviathan. Can probably get the Manticore then, but you have to drop something else as well. I'm not too sold on the Hunting Chariots as well, to be honest, in this sort of list, because you'll be fighting really fast and the Hunting Chariots really quickly become chariots.
That's why people use the Black Cloaks instead, because they just
Oh, we've
because
got Black Cloaks.
you can have more Black Cloaks. Third unit.
Yeah, but you can have also Raptor Chariots or Divine Outers.
I don't feel like the Divine Outer adds very much to this list, to be honest.
Especially with the Crucible of Slaughter. If this one was the free part, then definitely, yeah. -1 armor. And during the melee phase, the models units and enemy units in base contact. So it doesn't... 300 points. I think we can put... what's it called? 1 Divine Altar. Where does it come from? It's probably special, right? With Crucible of Slaughter. Armies over budget. Wow. Alright, because it's 300 points. Blech. No, I don't think this is a good magic list, because you want one of your temple militants to get destroyed, right? Statistically, one of them will get destroyed, and that's half your magic phase. And then the other dude with the 2 spells is just not gonna make a difference. Oh, there's things to think about, obviously, in the list. But 2 Hydras, Miss Leviathan, and then 2 Gorgons. I think this is the start of a decent list. If you want Hydras, though. Obviously, some people don't. Anyway, this has been like a 2-hour talkie show.
I think 3. We're pushing to the third one now.
Jesus, it's like, well, it's a Warhammer. Talk about the Warhammer game. It's not the quickest game out there, and we've went through everything.
Hopefully this time we have 2 sets of people. So that'd be good.
I love the obsession with fly. Gilmore says, yeah. But yeah, I think I'll put this clip on YouTube, and thank you, Hristo, for joining me. We'll try to do a bit more of these every now and then when
Cheers, man.
we've got time.
Good night.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.